Welcome everyone to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, featured right here on the TNI Network. This is Trent Law, J Bone, Alicia, and Bill, and this is the Impact and Access TV review for November 17th, 2022. It is almost Thanksgiving, huh? Almost Thanksgiving. I know J Bone's going to be cooking up a meal that I'm invited for. I know he already has a place at the table for me. I think he forgot that he invited me, but I'm going to show up anyway at his house.
It'll be a turkey trot.
I don't even have a
Trent turkey trot.
Here's the deal, Trent. You got to help me hunt down a few turkeys. That's the.
I'm looking at a couple right now.
Stipulations.
I will not help you with anything, J Bone. I'm going to show up. I'm going to eat, and I'm going to leave. That's the plan. That's it. I have no interest in socializing with you at all and doing anything other than just eating your food for free and then driving right back to Chicago.
No gravy for you, Trent.
Nothing. But I am thankful for one thing. We're starting off hot. We got a guest today. It's been a while since we had a guest because we just have not had the proper amount of time to plan guests. So it's been a long time because we were blazing through the roster for a long time, and we did it for a bit. So now we have a very special guest. She is challenging for the Impact, one half of the team challenging for the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Tag Team titles tomorrow at Overdrive. Let's bring her in right now. Everybody, Samantha Evans is here. What's happening?
Samantha, what's up, guys?
Savannah.
How's it going?
My bad. I said
yeah. You got to get that right.
Savannah Evans. My
start.
bad. I was all excited. Savannah, my bad. I'm so
sorry. Should I go back?
Yes.
Behind the scene, you bring me back out again.
I'm gonna
redo it.
One more time.
All right, here we go. Everybody, she's challenging. She's one half of the team. Challenge for the Knockouts Tag Team titles tomorrow. Savannah Evans is here. Here we go. Savannah.
What's up, guys?
I'm so sorry. I knew I was gonna fuck. I was like, I even double checked the tweet, hyping it, and I was like, I didn't say Samantha, right? All right, Savannah. All right, and I had the tweet right. I totally knew I was going to screw this up. I'm so sorry. That is very embarrassing. I'm already screwed.
Trent's a little rusty at
I'm
this.
rusty. I haven't been on for a while.
I mean, I get it. You guys haven't had guests in a long time. Yeah.
And I even said, like, we just talked, guys. We just talked to her like backstage, like 2 seconds before we went on, and it was Savannah this, Savannah that, and I knew I botched. That's what happened. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Let's move on and forget that happened. All right, let's start off hot here. We got tomorrow's Overdrive. You are challenging for the tag team titles alongside Tasha. Going into it, let's talk Overdrive right away. What are the thoughts going into this tomorrow? This is your first title opportunity, right? This is it. First.
So I want to say actually, me and Tasha had but it was all the knockouts. Like all the knockouts were involved in like a tag tournament that took place. I want to say it was WrestleCon earlier this year. Okay. But it was like a huge tag gauntlet. But this is our first,
feature
2-on-2, if you will. Yeah.
All right. So hype for this now. Like, are you excited going in? What are the feelings? I mean, it's a title shot's cool. Like whatever. I mean, title shots for fans are cool. How does it feel for you?
Yeah, no, it's definitely cool. Like I said, the first time that me and Tasha are really challenging for the tag titles. So, it's cool for us. It's exciting. And we're just going in there looking to steal those belts. You know what I mean?
Yes. Awesome. Now, here's the thing. You're kind of an anomaly because you're kind of a mystery to a lot of people. A lot of people don't know a lot about you. Like there's not a lot out there. So, which is kind of cool because it keeps it, keeps us guessing. But I want to know one thing. So, wrestling wise, did you grow up a fan of Impact and TNA back in the day? Were you watching the company before you got in?
Yeah, definitely. 2004, Savannah Evans was watching TNA Impact. I came into it in 2004. I know it had already been around for a couple years before then, but I found it. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool because it was a different alternative. So I get off work. I come home like, let's watch this.
Nice. So you're amongst like Taylor Wilde, Mickie James, Gail Kim, Tracy Brooks is on today. Like these are people you watched growing up. How does it feel just to be in the room with them now? Like that's got to be a trip. I always wonder about that because like even Josh Alexander's talking about he watched Frankie Kazarian growing up, and it's like now you're gonna fight him in the main event tomorrow. Like how does that feel for you guys to just like I watched you on TV. Now we're like friends and we work together. Like, what's the feeling?
It's definitely cool. So I want to say it was like this time last year I got to take on Mickie James for Impact, and it was that same feeling of I watched her. Like
crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool feeling. It's surreal to think that it's actually happening when it's happening. But yeah, definitely very cool.
That's awesome. I'm excited. So we mentioned you earlier. Bill over there in the corner is in Louisville. He's going to be in the front row. He was in the front row tonight. Who got involved in Tommy Dreamer's match? You helped Tommy. You helped him cheat, Bill. Basically, what happened today? Do you
Tommy
plan?
ass, you got to do it. Come on.
Listen, Savannah. I got it. I anybody who's going to pick on me about that, I got. It. But he's in the front row tomorrow. Can you involve him in your match? Possibly, just so we can get another.
I mean, I'm not gonna make any promises, but we'll see. You know, maybe.
They don't need my help. They don't need my help.
Bring a death doll over there, see what he does. Oh, I didn't know.
Talk to us about Tasha, teaming with Tasha. What are your history with her? What's your background? I mean, just working with her and stuff. Just teaming with her. She's awesome. We're all huge fans of Tasha.
Yeah,
we love her. And I just recently saw her at an independent here in Chicago. Also, just seeing her in person recently, and she is at another level. How is it to team with her?
Yeah, no, it's really cool. So I had been around Tasha on the indies, before coming to Impact. And then I wrestled her on, I want to say it was a Queens of Combat show in Charlotte, which is where I'm based out of. So coming to Impact, it's cool to be able to, to work with her, and just team with her. So it's cool. She's got all the flavors. So I got to keep up with that. But yeah, it's definitely cool.
Nice. Now I know there was a match that I know Alicia you loved a lot. The Monsters Ball, the Knockouts Monsters Ball. And because it was dedicated to Daphne, who Alicia, you're a huge fan of Daphne.
Absolutely.
We love Daphne. I know in a recent interview you mentioned like how it was special to all of you guys, all the Knockouts, that the match was dedicated to that. Did you ever meet Daphne? Did you ever work with her? Was there any? You guys ever cross paths at all?
Yeah. So she was. I want to say she was in Charlotte around the time when I met her because she lived there for a while. And I just met her like briefly in passing. I want to say it was at a convention, maybe at a show. I don't quite remember. But I, just like you said, watching her on TV, like turning on, TNA at the time and seeing her and just seeing how different she was. She didn't want to like fit into the mold or the bubble. Like I always thought that was cool. And so being able to do that show in honor of her, doing that match in honor of her, of all matches, you know what I mean? The match that she was heavily involved in, and just like trendsetter trailblazer. I thought it was very cool to be able to honor her in that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I think me personally, that was the match that woke me up to you totally. Because before that, you were more in the background, right? And it was that, like, I didn't know anything about it. Like I was saying, we don't really know much about you. So I was like, what's her deal? What is she doing? Where'd she come from? And I was like, well, we'll see what happens, right? Down the line. And it was, it was the bodyguard type role. It was like the Diesel Shawn Michaels classic bodyguard role, right? To the big mouth. But that match
beat me to it.
Yes, exactly. But like, I remember we did a review that night and I was just like, okay, this is legit. Like, because I didn't see that coming. The win. I mean, because you had been so in the background. I was like, wow, okay, she's legit. Like we're on our way here. So that's pretty sweet.
And even to, I was still new to Impact at that time. And like you said, like not a lot of people knew I wasn't, to go out there and be like, okay, here's who I am, up against these other women that you already know. Like that was an opportunity for sure for me. And I wanted to just be like, hey, here I am, I'm here. So that was awesome.
That's Bill, you were at that match, right? You were that. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
It was a good match. Very good match.
It
can't beat the Monsters Ball, period. But then the Knockouts doing it even better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I definitely would want to do it again. Like it was awesome.
Yeah. Another Monsters Ball, maybe Hard to Kill. Kind of fits the Hard to Kill theme. We'll see. There might be a tag title belt around her waist at the point. So we'll see what happens. I was going to ask you this: because you have kind of, I mean, the Knockouts roster is kind of a tight knit roster. Is there anyone you haven't wrestled yet, 1-on-1?
Yeah, so I knew a lot of the girls from the indies.
Mm-hmm.
But I had never wrestled Jordan before in a singles. I think we had a tag way back when. But so getting to wrestle her was cool, and it was a shorter match. I would definitely like to do that again, especially now she has the title. But definitely Deanna too is someone I've never had a singles match with.
Really? Okay.
And also we can tie this into this weekend Taya Valkyrie, one I've never had a singles with, so now I get to do it this weekend for you guys on Impact.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
It's gonna be good.
Let's feed back into Overdrive. So that is tomorrow night, guys. It's gonna be live on Impact Plus and Ultimate Insiders on YouTube, so you can check it out. The replay will be up too, in case you missed the live feed. Catch the replay. It's immediately up, I believe, on both the platforms, so you could always catch it right away. But get your Impact Plus or Ultimate Insiders going on that. And as we mentioned, Savannah and Tasha will be challenging the Death Dolls for the Knockouts Tag Team titles. So that's going to be a very, very special match. Now you've it's been actually, I was meant to ask you this. I was reading about you. You were trained by George South, is that right?
Yeah.
The legendary George South. How was that training though?
Wow.
The number one Mr. George South.
How was that? Because like that, he has been everywhere. George South, like there's not a promotion he hadn't been in. Like ever. So,
and I feel like a lot of people, there's like a resurgence in his career now for a lot of people. He's been wrestling this whole time, but I think people are just starting to notice again now. He's doing GCW matches, he's doing like death matches with a lot of the current guys.
It's crazy.
So it is wild, but training with him also wild. Like he reminds me of like a little bit almost like my dad or like a dad in general of okay, you're gonna work hard, and this is what I'm saying, so there's no ifs, ands, buts. Don't talk back to me. This is how it is. So I don't know. I kind of took to that. Like a lot of people don't learn that way, but I did take to that. And he's always my first trainer. I was also trained at that facility by Cedric Alexander and Caleb Conley. So it's a lot of mix of styles and different ways of training and learning there. So it was great. It's great, but like George is just, you can't beat him. Like he'll be like, okay, now you two in the ring. Okay, now lock up. And everyone's on the outside, we're all learning, but the two people in the ring, okay, lock up. And he'll have us in that lockup, and then he'll go off and tell a story. And then we'll kind of break out of the lockup, and he'll go, no, lock up. And so he wants us to stay in this lockup the whole time he's telling this story of whatever it happens to be, whether it was like an old match he had or whether it was yesterday he went to Bojangles and the drive-thru got his order wrong, whatever it was. So, like he would often do like he'd do like movie reviews during like class, like he loves Batman, but it'd be lock up, and he'd tell that story, and you better stand at lock up, and then he'll call the spot, and then you run it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, just a fun time with him all the time, and it's also really cool because he's had a hand in training a lot of people, whether it was directly or just for a few months or what have you. Like I don't know how many people know, but he also trained Reed Flair a little bit, Ric Flair's son. He trained Charlotte a little bit. Obviously he trained like Cedric Alexander, Caleb Conley, Tessa Blanchard, just a lot of people who who made huge names for themselves. So.
From that, especially from that North Carolina, that Mid-Atlantic area, right? He was the guy to start with and get that kind of base level from, and then you can kind of do whatever after that. So
yes, because he always told us like once you have those basics, you can do whatever, but you have to have those first.
It's truly what it comes down to. Do you now? I'm sure. I mean, because a lot of people don't get that old school type of training, psychology, which is so. It's kind of a lost art nowadays, a little bit, right? Like a lot of people are focused on moves, and they're less psychology, more moves. But we definitely see it more in you because you have more of that methodical approach. Like even tonight, when you came in on tonight's episode, and the way you went right after Rosemary, it's like it was perfectly laid out. Like everything made sense.
Oh yeah,
and it's just those little things that make sense, and it's just that reverts to your training, like you mentioned. It's that baseline type of training that just get those fundamentals down and carry with you. So it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
How many years have you been working so far?
So this is my 8th year right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And just to be on TV and stuff. This is first TV. I mean, that's gotta be a trip, right? Like, just how does that? I mean, I always like to ask that because it's one of those things where, like, I immediately would like feel like how my family would feel seeing me on TV every week or something, right? How does that come off with the family and for you personally, just to see yourself on TV every week?
Yeah, it's cool because, like people I see in my everyday, life, they're like, oh yeah, I saw you like last week, or when people find out that I wrestle on TV, they're like, oh really? Like that's cool. Like how does that happen? So like the response is definitely cool. Definitely
That's
something something I'm getting used to.
All right, since we're peeling back the layers, we don't know much about you, so we're trying to learn more. What's the most random thing you could tell us you're into? Because, like, I'm gonna give you an example. We had Jake something on a while ago, and we found out he's like a huge anime nerd, like beyond,
he is.
like crazy nerd. And I work for AAW in Chicago, and Jake's our chance. So I know Jake for years, and I knew he had like the big Dragon Ball Z thing right on his leg, but like I never knew the level of nerd he was until we did the interview with him. Like on here, and like behind him was like every goddamn anime book that has ever come out in life, and I was like, what like this mean dude, big anime nerd. All right, so on that level, what is the wackiest thing you're gonna tell us? I mean, we're gonna kill your image right now. You are tough, you scare people, but you could tell us you're into like baking or something. I don't know, whatever's gonna come out.
She's the cannibal trick.
Right? No, it's wild. I don't know that I'm really too much into anything that would seem weird or wacky. I don't know. I do enjoy watching Food Network. I enjoy watching people cook. I don't know if that's weird.
It leads to the cannibal thing, which is a crazy nickname, by the way. I mean, like Hannafin was singing like a million times. She's the cannibal. I'm like, God damn, that is a freaking intimidating nickname. Known as a cannibal on TV. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah. It definitely came about with some tweaking because I mentioned Queens of Combat earlier. It was an all-girls promotion in Charlotte. I was an all-girl group in that promotion called Sexy Young Caramels. It was me, Big Swole, and our friend Devin Nicole. So I'm like, I like those initials SYC because it sounds like sick. Like, let me keep that. So when the group split up, and we were only like a group in that promotion, we split up. I'm like, what can I do to still be SYC? So I was like, what about the Sexy Young Cannibal instead of Caramel? Because it's a little more intimidating. So I ran with that for a little bit, and then I just dropped it to just the Cannibal. Very Mike Tyson biting Evander Holyfield's ear off, like in that sense, really.
Fair enough.
It's very cool because right when you came into Impact Wrestling and you're backing up Tasha Steelz, and I'm gonna kind of go off of what Trent was saying earlier a little bit ago about it had that HBK Diesel feel, like you're the muscle coming in, and I'm pretty sure you did some of that same Diesel moves where you just doing this kind of stuff.
You were definitely doing the fist thing, and just
I was like, oh my God, she's Diesel. That's it, and she's the cannibal. Dear God, what is coming to Impact Wrestling? It's amazing. So when you hear that kind of stuff, how do you react to that?
Well, for a second, when you were going back to the Diesel thing, it's funny because at one point Mickie James was calling me Sheezel.
I love it.
So I think she was like secretly trying to get that over in the back, but yeah, no, it's cool. I think maybe without even thinking about it, I was doing the Diesel taunts, the Kevin Nash thing. So I think it's cool, and it's a very good visual too.
It is.
The hyped up, really tenacious, smaller component, and then just the taller, menacing, like looming overhead secondary component. So it's just it's a cool comparison.
It's a classic formula, but it works every time. I feel like it
Yeah.
works every single time. Have you
Totally
have you ever
works.
met Kevin Nash at all? Have you ever on a show or on a signing or anything?
I want to say I've seen him around conventions a lot. I used to work for High Spots.
Mhm.
A lot of fans will know them. Probably bought a lot of stuff from them.
I love High
So
Spots.
I would,
Yeah.
So
I love High Spots. Mike has
I-
hooked me up on stuff before, and then for
Yeah.
AAW, we ordered all the turnbuckles from them, and
Mhm.
the apron and everything. So and
Yeah.
we stream on High Spots TV. So I got a
Oh,
special place in my
yeah.
heart for High Spots. So yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
working for them, I was at a lot of like the WrestleCon conventions, even like a lot of the other conventions. So I would see Kevin Nash at those things. Um, but no more than just like a hey, how's it going?
All right, can you do something
Yeah.
for Alicia? Do this for Alicia, right? Because she's our knockout. I walk up to Kevin Nash next time you see him. Introduce yourself as Sheezel and just let it be that, and just see what he says. And then sign him an 8x10 and walk away.
Yeah. Here you go.
It's nice for you to meet me. There we go. What's your name then, Kev? But no, we're not gonna keep you till you got a big night tomorrow. I know it's longer than I even told you, so I appreciate that. But let's just do one final hype up for Overdrive tomorrow. Give us like if somebody's watching this and they don't know anything going in, they don't know what to expect tomorrow. Give us your pitch, and we'll do the wrap up at the end on where to find it.
The pitch, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why should they watch it? What's gonna happen?
They should watch
Yes.
it. Oh, okay. Because the flavor Tasha Steelz, the Cannibal Savannah Evans, we're hungry. We're a little salivating. We're gonna take on the Death Dolls. The Death Dolls. They're not dead, but for their tag titles, it's one for the ages, and you'll definitely want to tune in because we plan on stealing the title.
There you go, guys. Look at that. They're gonna get there. She's assuring us that the Knockouts tag titles are changing tomorrow at Overdrive, which you can find on Impact Plus, Ultimate Insiders on YouTube. Again, if you do miss it, I know it's Friday. Some people miss it live. Catch the replay. Impact Wrestling on Twitter. And Savannah's her Twitter handle is right there. It's Savannah Evans NV. Follow her on Twitter for everything. You have anything else you want to plug? Merchandise, your own website, anything where people can connect with you? Because we love making sure you can connect with everybody and stay connected.
Yeah, I try to post my other schedules and everything on my Twitter and Instagram, but I also have the merch store, the Big Cartel store, that link's in the bio. But just it's all there.
Awesome. I'm gonna let you know
PWT's has a big Black Friday sale for 10 days starting tomorrow at noon.
Do you have shirts on there?
Yeah.
PWT?
I do. I'm on Pro Wrestling Tees. Also, I have one more shirt I need to add. But yeah, I'm on there as well.
You should add it right now after we're
done.
Now. They got the 10-day sale going on tomorrow.
They're gonna take a day to approve it and post it.
But yeah, you're being generous on the day.
I do need to get on that at some point this weekend and get that loaded up.
What's the Instagram as well? What's the
Instagram? The Instagram is Savannah EVS.
So guys, connect Twitter, Instagram, Big Cartel Store. Everything's there. So definitely stay connected. I'm gonna let you know something. When we had Kira Hogan came on here and she plugged her stuff, and I swear to you, while they were in the chat, they were ordering from her store on this thing. So go get on the Twitter. I mean, seriously, get on Twitter, pick up something from Savannah, and tomorrow tune in because she's walking out with the title. So that's we're excited.
Well, if you're in Louisville, come on out.
Yeah, if you're in Louisville, come on.
Tickets.
Yes.
Yeah, we know it's cold out there, but brave the cold to come watch the show.
All the details for that, impactwrestling.com. Get the Impact Wrestling Twitter. All the ticket details should be there if you want to go live. It's at the OVW arena, right, Bill? Is that correct? Same arena?
No. This is at is it Paris Town Hall.
Okay. Oh, it's where they were. Yeah,
it's old Foresters Paris Town Hall.
Right. Yeah. Same one as last time, right? Same.
Yeah, it's where they've been playing Louisville. I think the last time they did the Davis Arena was they didn't do it. IPWF did it, I believe.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I do like this Paris Town because this is the one I remember. There's a fan cam shot. This is where Josh came back. This is when he did the run-in when he came back, and they did a fan cam shot of the arena. I'm that's a really cool looking stage and everything. It's a cool arena. So awesome. It's a good wrestling town too. So
yeah, and a good crowd they've been getting there. Like they're very into it wrestling fans, the Louisville crowd. So be a hot crowd for Overdrive.
Yeah. So man, we wish you the best tomorrow. Good luck. Have fun doing it. Celebrate. Have a good time. It's a party town too. We know our friend Daniel Spencer, your referee, is a good friend of ours. He always tells us to come out there and hang out. And he said it can get wild on a Friday night in Louisville. And you got to apparently he's the guy to talk to. He's absolutely out of his mind. I ran into him in Vegas when you guys were in Vegas. I was also in Vegas, but I was across town. Daniel Spencer and your whole production crew showed up to the MGM Grand out of their goddamn minds. And I was like, what the hell are you guys doing? And they were like, and this was the production crew. I don't even know what you guys were doing at Sam's Club. Dewey and all those guys, Kevin, they were out of their damn mind. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? It was like, they didn't go to bed till like 5 a.m. I'm like, what time do you guys have to be up for like call time? They're like 11. I'm like, what are you doing?
They're wild. They're wild.
So for anybody who wants to know, the Impact crew can throw down. But there's also TV tapings on Saturday, right? There's a taping on Saturday. So you can't go nuts. You cannot celebrate that hard after the title.
Saturday I can, but not tomorrow night.
There you go.
There you go.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you again, Savannah, for joining us. We appreciate your time. Good luck tomorrow. We're all rooting for you. We've been big fans, and we're really looking forward to seeing tomorrow and then beyond all that too. So,
thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks again, Savannah Evans, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. We'll talk to you later. I'm going to pop you out of here, and we will go out the review. But guys, connect with her, Savannah Evans NV on Twitter. Thank you again, Savannah.
Thanks.
See ya.
Take care.
Awesome. How cool is that, huh? They're not going to forget the botch. I totally. I'm rusty though. Come on.
What's wrong with you?
It was lovely having Samantha on.
Oh, come on. I'm not going to live it down.
So rude.
No, it's awesome. I'm glad. It was really cool to have her here. So I'm excited to watch. Listen, we've been fans like of Tasha from like day one.
Day one.
Right. Day one.
Yeah.
So like
from the jump.
Right. So like now Savannah being a part of that and just part of her story too. Like I'm excited to see what happens. So,
she has such a presence. I love it.
Yeah.
You know what? We have a comment here, Trent. I think it's from your good friend. Actually, he took your job in your band, Sami Callihan.
Look at this dumbass.
Thank you very much, Sam. I appreciate it. I redid the intro. Just all you gotta do is edit it, J-Bone. That's it. It's APM when it's edit that out. That's all you gotta do is edit it. J-Bone.
Now we have to catch up on a lot of super chats here. But I'm going to go now in reverse order. Bell's Boy, $5 super chat. Thank you, Bell's Boy. Here's Trent's body shot from Twitter. Happy almost overdrive weekend.
All right, happy. Thank you, Bells.
Body shot.
I still don't know even by the body shot. What does he mean by? I don't do body shots on Twitter.
Trent, you madman.
I guess. What
Here's
else?
the body shot I'm aware of.
Oh, that's it. She's looking jacked. Just carb loading, just jacked.
No neck, Trent.
Classic.
Very nice. Very nice. What else? What other super chats do we have?
We got, let's see, let's go all the way back to the beginning. Courtney, thank you, Courtney.
Thank you, Courtney. Appreciate that. Oh, do you guys still do the?
I was just gonna say we're not gonna play
I was
that
about to get them all going. Punk Trace.
I'll just play 5 of them in a row once we get once we mention them all, I guess.
Well, that's the thing. Now that we go back, it's going to have to be back. Oh, we got some later on. I think I even see some bits here.
There's bits. Okay,
keep for Rayline. Thank you.
Thank you for
Anna.
The bits. Look at all this. All
Thanks,
right,
Anna.
All right, now I think after all that, the coach has something to say.
Oh God!
Right, where you got? I'm trying to find. I don't know where you guys put all this.
Here you go. Here you go.
Impact Wrestling.
4 more times, Bill.
Impact Wrestling.
3 more times.
Impact Wrestling.
2 more times.
Impact Wrestling.
And 1 more time.
Impact Wrestling.
Thank you, everybody.
That was like an alarm clock from hell.
I am going to make that.
It's the best alarm clock. The coach waking you up?
I think he speaks from experience. I think Bill is saying that from experience. Bill, big star in Impact Wrestling today. Could you tell us you kayfabed us completely about that whole thing? So, can you how you feeling? You got a gift going. Javier has gifted you. Javier Draven was a big gift master on Twitter. He's gifted you and he's shouted you out. So your Twitter's gonna blow up. But how do you feel? How do you feel, Bill?
No, it was a very, very cool experience. Totally unexpected. For those of you that think it may not have been, but it definitely was. I don't know how much you could tell, but it was pretty much just sitting there watching. Tommy starts getting the table out. I'm just watching. He looks at me. He's like, "Can you get over this rail?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do it." I'm like,
do it.
Okay. I didn't need much convincing. Obviously, a lot of people here know my history with back to ECW with Tommy, back to Eastern Championship Wrestling with Tommy. So when we asked that, there was no hesitation.
Do you guys know each other? I don't think I ever asked you.
Seen at shows. Like he's seen me at shows, and then when I think I did mention it on the show after the tapings for Bound for Glory. There was an issue with an ambulance not being there yet, so they had to kill some time. And Tommy and Gia were doing an interview. They weren't doing it. Like they were talking in the ring and doing like trivia and stuff. And at one point, like Tommy's like he just started, and he's like, have you been at every show since the pandemic?
Like, you're like since the pandemic, fuck. Dude,
I'm like
try.
He's like, and then he's just like, forget the trivia. Give this man a T-shirt. So
fair enough.
Did you get one?
No, not since then. Obviously, you had like the Mexico tapings before that, and certain ones that then probably goes pretty much back to Florida, I guess. Some of those, some random Orlando tapings way back pre this regime.
What did he give you a T-shirt? Is what I want to know.
Oh well, they were doing a trivia contest to kind of fill time. And they had like a box of like stuff to get, and he's like, you don't even have to answer a question. Just take a just take something. So then Ingrid brought over the box, and there happened to be a Jessica shirt right on top, and I'm like, that's fine.
That's beautiful.
I was hoping it ended with like it was like teenage shirts from like the unsold ones from like Crimson. Like what the like all like Tomko? What the like? What is this doing?
Oh shit!
I heard though, like when they were like back in the day, because they couldn't sell merch at the Impact Zone, they used to do like once a year, they would do a $5 like blowout sale, and they'd be like just a big cardboard containers, like $5 for any shirt in there, and it was like that. It was like. You know, you get like Mike Matt Bentley. What the fuck is this? You know, like, and it's like $5, take it and go. You know, whatever. So they should do that now. They don't do a clearance at all. Like I used to love the clearance section on Shop Impact because it'd be like the most random ass shit. And then there's like the couple that they could just not get rid of. Like, you know, like why the fuck did we give Orlando Jordan a T-shirt? Because this is never going to be sold. You know, and it was sitting there for years on clearance, like shit like that. So they don't do that anymore. But anyway.
Now, hold on. We do have some more super stickers, Trent.
Oh, cue it up.
Bell's Boy again.
Oh, boy.
Dreamer and Bill, next tag team champions.
Whoa.
Nice. Very nice.
And that was $2. $9.99 from Road and Blue. Twitter may blow up tonight. And if it does, I appreciate you guys friend requesting me.
What happened tonight on Twitter?
Space Karen.
Wait, what happened tonight on Twitter?
It's a hellscape. What didn't happen on Twitter?
Everyone's out.
It's true.
Oh, Elon.
Bill, are you blue check? Did you pay? You get the blue check? I heard you got a blue check.
I did. I'm like, I wanted to test it because when I said, I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, I got to see what it is. I got to test it out. So I did test it out just to see what it would do. Because there was rumors when they first did it, like, especially with like Impact related stuff. Like when we retweet stuff for the show. Yeah. There were rumors it may go on top of others.
That's what I heard. I heard that too.
So I'm like, let me see if that actually happens. I don't know yet, but I'm like, let's see. Although who knows what's going on with that?
Oh, I don't know. Twitter's nuts, man. It is like bananas over there. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's still going to use it till the end, like we did with MySpace, right? So we just use it till
maybe the TNI Discord will take over for Twitter.
Do it. Whatever. Mark loves the Discord. He lives in the Discord. So just keep him company. Keep him company in the Discord. Any news before we do a review? Anything? Any news? J-Bone? Nothing major, right? No breaking news this week at all.
No, I mean, there's a lot of different weird stuff going around wrestling, but I mean, not stuff I'm going to take up time on here for. I talked a little bit of stuff with Bison. I was on with TNI UK with Bison. He and I rapping on Wednesday, and we were talking about the whole Nick Aldis situation, and that there was some steamy pile of shit who is now a world champ in NWA. But beyond that, not too much.
Let me ask this before we go. With everybody, Jesus, J-Bone. Does anybody want to see Aldis back in Impact though? Is he welcome? He was the worst I ever met. I'm going to be honest with you. Next to Ric Flair, he was awful to meet in person. And I met him while he was
say this.
Yeah.
His 2 appearances, the multiverse of matches with Mickey, and then he came back for that pay-per-view. He seemed to handle everything well. He's kind of said the right things. He acted properly. It's wrestling. I'm willing to give people another shot. But I know there was that, when he left that first time, that was someone that was not a kind of always ripped Impact whenever he could when he wasn't here. But I think obviously the Mickey thing's a huge factor here.
Yeah.
And I think as long as Mickey's here, I'd be on board with something. If Mickey's not here at some point, I don't know. It's kind of like how I think a lot of people probably felt about Bully Ray coming in. But it seems like he's been doing it the right way, even though you can't trust him. But I don't know. I guess I'm more... I've also
be a fan.
I've talked about bringing back people that are persona non grata in this company. So
yeah,
take what I say with a grain of salt.
I don't know. I mean, Aldo's great what he does, but I mean, when I met him, he was so not nice to anybody, and I was like, dude.
Oh, maybe.
When was this?
Huh? Maybe he learned.
How long ago?
This was. I'll tell you exactly when. This is 20. When was he champion? It was 2013. Right?
TNA champion.
TNA champion.
Dixieland.
Yeah, Dixieland. So I was at the Squared Circle restaurant, which was Tara's restaurant, Victoria, Tara, her restaurant.
I'm jealous.
It was so cool. We hang out there every week. And we were there. It was a Saturday because they did Friday in Chicago, Saturday in like Southern Illinois. But they were coming back through to go to the airport. I couldn't go to Friday. I went to the what did I do? No, I'm sorry. I went to the Friday show in Michigan. It was in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Or sorry, not Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Michigan, where Homer Rob Van Dam and cereal, Kellogg's. And Saturday was Chicago. So I went to Friday in Michigan, and Saturday I ended up going to the restaurant late night, and a bunch of them rolled in. Eddie Edwards, EC3, who had just come in at the time. All this, and I'm trying to remember the last one. Robbie rolled in. They were all super cool, except all this made you feel like a piece of shit for being a fan. It was terrible. EC3, the coolest though. He was the coolest.
That was cool.
It was the coolest thing. But all this, I couldn't believe. I'm like, as the champion at the time, I'm like, dude, it's your job to like make me like this so I can watch your show. I want to watch your show and support you. Yeah. All he did is turn everybody off. I get it. You don't want to meet fans sometimes, but dude, if your friends are doing it, and it was late night, it wasn't like a lot of people there. If you just want to like have a few pictures, call it a day.
Yeah, there's a professional way to do it as long as you're not harassed or anything.
Yeah.
And that it's easy to do it a professional way and like be like, sorry, I'm doing this. Like you don't have to go overboard. But hopefully that was obviously a while back. Almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
Maybe he's learned. And I will say this, if Impact's going to do the UK, shows in the UK,
then you need him.
In the UK,
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be a great addition for that alone.
I agree. Check this out. Look how nice is this, Alicia. Look at that. Look at Cordy with this beautiful compliment. Alicia's so pretty. That's so sweet.
Oh,
Very nice.
there's all this stuff underneath. I have the screen enlarged, so I couldn't see it at first. Oh, thank you, Courtney.
Very sweet.
I'm all right. 5 out of 5. Swamp creature.
And goes to deathmatch wrestling.
I did. I got hit with a lot of glass this past weekend, as did
I was
you.
picking out some.
So you guys at the show together. You guys are both at a show together. Beautiful picture. Stefan was in there too. Great photo.
Oh, that was great.
So, what was it? XPW? No, it wasn't
XPW. Yeah.
XPW. Okay.
Jersey Invasion.
What happened with the glass?
It was just a lot of glass during the show, and the Hart Ballroom is small, so even if you're in general admission, you're getting slammed. So, yeah. It's like, I feel like as a woman going to death matches, and if people could probably vouch for this, but like when I get home at the end of the night, a lot of the times it's like, is this glitter or is it glass? And the bras always collect a lot, so it's wonderful.
That's funny. That's awesome, though. I mean, overall, XPW fun. The reboot, has it been fun? Has it been? I mean,
depends on your version of fun. I'll probably go to another one. I thought for the most part that they ran a pretty clean set. Like it flowed really well. Like, I feel like a lot of the times some things just take forever to get through, but it felt like it was good. There were some things, of course, I maybe disagree with that happened. Couple of overzealous fans. I mean, I was almost like front and center for a fan duel.
That was on your side.
It was real close to me.
So like fans got into it? That's hilarious.
Yeah, some gentleman was saying some nasty shit. He didn't realize that, he was in the real world, I guess. Thought it was real life Twitter and got a little too ballsy. And someone came and corrected him. A little.
They're doing some storylines over there that are, I'm not going to say asking for it, but somewhat encouraging.
It's easy to fuel someone who might not understand the difference between kayfabe and Twitter. So yeah, someone got riled. He pussied down soon after the confrontation though, and had to eat his words a little bit. So yeah, it got solved without any violence, but it was a pretty close call there.
That's always good. You don't see a lot of fights nowadays at shows. It's been a while. I
don't know what shows you're going to.
Not so many fights, but maybe people just getting a little too drunk. Actually, I feel like the second time it was almost pretty bad was when I went to the Blackcraft show at the doomed Blackcraft show.
Wasn't that like a total disaster?
I didn't go into that show, but I was outside.
I was there and it was painful.
I remember the last crazy thing that happened this summer was at AAW when the security guard pulled the gun on Sami. Yeah, you guys heard that story, right?
I did hear that story.
Sami God! Sami loves to tell that story. If you ever meet him again, Bill, you're going to meet and greet. Ask him about the gun at AAW. He will tell you about it. He loves that story. But
dude, speaking of, there is some news because you just said Sami. He opened the wrestling school.
He did.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes.
Nice.
Good for Sami.
Good for him.
Good shit.
I think I don't know who the trainers are, but I know Damian Chambers was one guy who's been on the Revolver shows a lot. Was at AAW a lot for the pre-shows. I love Damian Chambers. Keep the name in your head because the guy is gonna be. To me, he's the next. Like he is like a young Tyler Black. Like I swear to you, like you see him. And
that's making statements.
Oh, I'm telling you, like the first time I saw him, and like it's true because Sami is immediately has the claws on him. Like he's on Revolver shows already. Being out. He was tweeting a lot about. I gotta ask Damian. I'm gonna see him in a week for AAW. I'm gonna ask him if I think he might be doing sessioning or training at the school too, because he was promoting it out a lot. So I gotta check.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, congrats to Sami. I mean, who better? Seriously, it is the modern day. It is like our generation's like, Cactus Jack, Terry Funk. To me, Sami Callihan, like that's the guy. That's the guy where I go, I don't know what part of that's real and what part of that's a show. Like he's the guy still I can't tell, and I know him personally. So that's the part that throws me. I'm like, I love Sami Callihan for that reason. So what a better guy to learn from. So if you're looking for a school, Ohio's been needing a good one since I think Rockstar closed down.
Oh yeah, wasn't Ace and Gia?
Yeah, what happened to theirs? I haven't heard shit about
that.
It
Was part of Rockstars, wasn't it? They took over from oh god, what was it before?
What was the Chris brothers had it before?
Oh,
and then Zach took it. Wentz had it for a bit,
right? And then Ace and Gia headed that, but I haven't heard anything in a while, so I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I've heard like they announced it.
I'm in the loop though, so
no, like Gia announced it on our show, and then they talked about, but I haven't seen Ace put it out at all.
And that was like what, 2 years ago?
Just about.
So,
well, I know they went through some stuff, so maybe that was part of it. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Either way,
Mayor, I'm telling you, you watched Damian Chambers. Like everything you saw that put Seth Rollins on the map in the early days. This kid's got it, and he's fresher, and he's just a new evolved version. It's awesome. Like,
but I tell you what, man. So, I mean, love the brand or hate the brand. Seth freaking Rollins is one of the most entertaining guys to watch on TV today. It took me a while to like get into his current character, but he's like one of my top 3 guys to watch right now. I absolutely love him. He is chaotic. He's an enigma in himself. He's got the blonde hair back from 10 years ago.
Oh, is it back?
He's got the blonde hair back. And even now, like the whole back part of his hair is all blonde. And I'm just like, I love it. It's a throwback times 10. It's crazy.
Not to go too much down a WWE route here, but I just got to point out one thing. I don't watch the show, but I see the clips. I lose my mind at the acknowledge me thing by Roman Reigns. I don't know why. I fucking pop every time I see him standing there and like quiet and like the guys are fighting behind him and he like makes an expression and he says something. I'm like, the dude is like next level, like without saying like anything, he's saying so much. I think that's great. That is fucking great character work. And there's so few who just get the character side of shit nowadays. And we were talking with Savannah about it. It's like, you know, get the psychology of a character. You don't have to do 1,000 things in there sometimes. Just know where to be, you know?
Yeah, I think it was you who said it, where I feel like a lot of people are just mostly focused on their spots and getting to the spots as opposed to building into, and like you say, the psychology is serious. Yeah, well, I mean, everything comes around full circle, right? So fingers crossed that eventually that becomes a priority. Good match storytelling.
Yeah, man.
It is.
We will talk about Superstar Mr. Impact's debut tonight. We're going to get to it right now, so we'll jump. Wait, so yeah, the school was it? Any other news? Anything else to talk about? Anything else to touch on? It's been kind of a slow, I don't know. News and weird buzz has been.
That's okay though.
It's a good thing.
I feel like in the world of wrestling, a slow news week is heaven sent.
Yeah,
God bless.
True.
Lord of mercy.
It's true.
There's been a lot as far as like the bigger names that talk about news, like Cultaholic and Wrestle Talk. They've been giving a lot of love to Joe Hendry, which is great to see. So,
dude, that guy's
because he's like they're all from like Europe, right?
Yeah,
so like,
it's they're
natural.
They're from UK, so they're gonna love on
homegrown talent, bro.
Right. So it's just nice to see if they are gonna talk about Impact Wrestling. It's something. Well, that is something.
I feel because I watch these shows every morning because I don't watch what they cover, but like I gotta stay in the loop to a certain degree, right? But I feel like lately it's just been when they mention Impact, it's who's leaving and going somewhere else.
Fuck.
Or when someone. Whatever Punk's doing. So one day he's coming, one day he's going.
Oh,
whoever Punk's mad at, or now how everybody hates him now. It's
Yeah.
like, let's talk about that for a few minutes.
There's new news that's come out almost every day, bits and pieces about the media scrum, and that was at their last pay-per-view. Now their other pay-per-views.
Last I heard, Larry the dog started it all.
The last thing I heard recently was that the dog had a doorknob hit him in the face too. Now that they barged in so hard that the door knocked out the dog. That's the latest one that happened. That's being. I'm like, Jesus Christ, can we just like move on with this already? But every day it's a new thing. But far from any kind of drama is Impact. There's no BS. They have a clean locker room, though. They really have a clean locker room right now.
They do.
It seems like they've got a healthy environment there. Everyone, even if they're not the best of friends, seems real supportive, and you know, they got a well-oiled machine over there. It feels like so.
Yeah, you could see it too. Like they're always hanging out. Like a lot of them hang out together outside of work.
Like Jessica's video on the Instagram and probably Twitter, where she's dancing around, I guess, lit up in Vegas and encountering John Hennigan and Ace Austin, and
it's awesome. It's really cool. Like they all do get along pretty well. So I think it's a healthy, clean locker room, drama free. They're over here doing their thing. Like we're just gonna do this, and
they stay in their lane. I fuck with that.
Yeah,
that's why I'm here.
This is a good point, TJ. You know, this was a big one that was recent with Frost. I think she officially got the release. That's some news thing we could say.
I kind of knew it already for a couple weeks because she was off the roster page.
Yeah,
but all the Dirts picked it up last.
I figure all the official contract.
Oh, good. She got what she wanted. Everybody's happy, I suppose. So
I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I haven't
best
seen her
of luck to her.
Yeah. I haven't seen her anywhere since though, which is interesting.
It's a shame though. I was really into her shit. Like, totally. I feel like we got cheated.
Yeah, I liked her a lot. I thought she had something special, but
she'll dazzle somewhere else. She'll be fine.
Yeah, she'll land somewhere. Yeah. So good for her. But that's it. So I think that's about it news wise. There wasn't anything else, so we can jump into the show.
I did because I came from OVW. I was at
tonight. Okay, you did.
And Heath was there. Promoting the taping, so
nice.
It was good to see Heath promoted, and he was because we talked to one person challenging for the Knockouts tag, and he's obviously one half of the tag champions against that Matt Cardona and Brian Myers. So
I like OVW, I guess, is a big influence on the Blizzard Brawl show going on in Wisconsin by UJ Bone.
Oh, so
that's coming up next month, and I told
that's massive.
Yeah, I told Daniel Spencer I might pop in. So if you want to go to that, it's like mostly OVW guys coming up. Bill, was there a guy there tonight named Anthony Katina? Was he on the show tonight?
He was.
He's debuting for AAW next week, and
very nice.
He came to the last show to meet everybody. Talk about it. That dude looks like $1 million. Like. This is somebody I think Impact should just like give him a dark match. I walked into the building and this dude, like, I immediately was like, who is this straight out of Hollywood? And I was just like, and he was like, I'm like, holy shit, do you look like a fucking star? So like, this is the kind of guy, I swear to you, like he could be crossover catching eyes. Like he looks like $1 million. And I know he just
has the look.
Great look, man. He just moved from Denver to OVW, so I know. So he might be in the mix now with Impact and stuff. Who knows? You know.
So
always a revolving door.
Always.
Just off the top of your head, you said he's got a look. Who does he look like if you could compare him to something? Like for example, people look at Wardlow and say, "Oh, he's like the next Batista." What do you think?
Man,
that's too much. Now, they're their own individual beings.
Yeah. It's tough to say because. I didn't see a lot. Like he had some stuff in ring, but there's definitely he seems pretty new at it. Like I don't know how long he's been wrestling. Like, but if I had to throw a name, I don't think there's an Impact. Maybe a guy with like a potential, like an Austin Theory, like Evolve Austin Theory.
Oh,
okay,
an Austin Theory with like a Jason Statham coolness to him. You know, like that
so
kind of
cooler, like Austin Theory, but cooler.
but cooler and more like looks like he should belong on a movie set somewhere. Like he looks like a star.
Tell you what,
You know what he is like, honestly? Mortal Kombat Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage.
Oh, there you go, my man. You're talking in language I can understand.
You know,
maybe kid brother of Johnny Impact.
I always wanted to meet the guy who did the voice on Mortal Kombat. Like, you know, Johnny
Which
Cage.
one?
Well, the original.
Oh, it's
guy.
Ed Boon.
Johnny.
It's
Cage.
like the creator.
Yeah, I love that voice. I was like, or they was like Sonya Blade. You know,
actually, an MK11.
Yeah.
So up the line. You can actually unlock a feature where Johnny Cage does all the announce names.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so he's just giving like Cabal is like Cabal Sack, or you know what I mean, just giving everybody like real fucked up nicknames.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I remember the original. What was it? The OG, the Genesis version from Mortal Kombat when the Whoopi guy would come out, and if you hit like
that in Mortal Kombat 3.
Was it in 3 or what? Or Mortal Kombat 2, where like the guy would go, whoop, like
maybe it was 2 when that started. Toasty
guy. But on Genesis, if you hit like select, it would like put you to like some weird level or something. It was like you got a bonus
secret level. Yeah, that was pretty prevalent in those old games, Nintendo and Genesis and shit.
ABACABB.
Didn't work for Super Nintendo though. Super Nintendo had the sweat, no blood. I felt so cheated. Oh my god!
Gotta have the blood in a Mortal Kombat game.
No blood, sweat only from.
Bro, speaking of Mortal Kombat, we should get into the review.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we're only an hour into the show.
Savannah gave us a half hour. We originally told her
it's been a while.
So that was nice.
All right, so it opened up with Taurus and PJ. This was the X Division tournament match to determine who goes to the finals.
Tremendous.
Yes, Taurus won. This is a big thing. I think my favorite Taurus for the win on this one. I think it's time for him, man. This dude is next.
He's been getting the wins, so I feel like this is building up to something big. And can I just say before we get into this particular review is that Steve needs to open the show like every week now, because he's such an underrated talent on the mic that like we need just to hear him talk. In any kind of way.
It took me a second to figure out who that was. I was like, wait a minute, who is this? Because number one, he had different like paint.
He had the black light green, the neon green,
right. And this time it was all like bright yellow and black, and it was like a cross on his face, and it was just different. And we don't hear Crazy Steve talk much, so it's
a shame.
It is, but it took. I'm just saying, it took me a minute. I was like, oh my god, I love this.
It's a great promo, dude.
It's been so long since they've actually opened a show like that with someone just talking in the beginning, even if he was just introducing Black Taurus. It was good, different, revitalizing. So I'm all for it.
Is Decay like? Is it done? I mean, let's be reasonable here.
It's Decay-ish.
Yeah,
because I feel like whatever Rosemary's got going on, when that hits south, she's going back and joining the boys in the band. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
they're just holding down the fort. You know.
Totally.
She's like, I need to hang out some girls, guys. Like, I need some girl
time. I need some girl time. And what better girl crew to fuck around with than fucking Jessica and Taya?
I feel like Jess. This was like the Jess she gets to be the Jess she always wanted to be now, and like this is it. Like she is having the fucking time of her life with this character now, and I think it's great.
It's beautiful. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I think there's it's we can call it like the Decay universe. There's they're still all together, but they're kind of doing their own thing. Like, you know, like Iron Man goes off and has his movie, Thor goes off and has his movie. Captain America's doing some shit over here. And then the Hulk is going to come in and be like, all right, we got to do some shit now.
The Avengers aren't always in the same place at the same time.
Right.
So, yeah, Taurus wins. Next segment, man, I loved the was it the contract signing? It was next, right? Was that the second thing I had? I'm trying to look at some notes here.
Yeah. But I gotta put over PJ Black for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. For years, And man, I'm really hoping it's like the contracts are weird nowadays. They do like, a quarter of a year with the, and then they move on to different stuff. Dude, PJ Black, he still freaking got it, man. Look, I mean, he looked amazing out there.
The new look's kind of cool too, huh? Like he looks totally different now.
So someone in the chat during the live reaction said, well, why does he look like he's going to be on the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
Hey,
because he does.
Because he does. Was he wearing eyeliner? I didn't catch it.
No, he's just he had a wild head wrap on. He's got some weird hair stuff going on. So it was very pirate-esque without being a pirate.
Wait, where is he from again?
He's from South Africa. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
So he had some wild colors on in his tights, So it was all reflective of being somewhere outside of the U.S. You just couldn't pinpoint it if you didn't know it. But yeah, I love
Lost in the Caribbean, apparently.
Yeah, probably.
He's looking like Jack Sparrow.
There you go.
Yo, Jack Sparrow looking ass over here.
Jack Sparrow ass motherfucker.
Yes, man.
No, the PJ Black is awesome. I feel like the last match I saw of his was in Lucha Underground. So.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, so I've been out of his loop for a little while, huh?
If you didn't watch his stuff, because following Lucha Ground, he did a year or two with Ring of Honor, and if you didn't watch the last couple of years of Ring, I'm just saying, if you haven't watched the last couple of years of Ring of Honor, then you've missed a lot of different stuff, and he was a part of it, and I missed it too. So don't feel bad, but yeah, I love PJ.
I don't.
You don't? Well,
I don't feel bad.
Aren't you into the new Ring of
Honor? The Hubs liked Ring of Honor. I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the last couple years,
I watch a lot of wrestling.
Yeah.
The last couple of years were a little difficult because they were just so not Ring of Honor to me.
What's that word, Trent?
What's that?
What's that word?
Wonky.
A bit wonky. There you go. Yeah, a little.
Yeah, but they were trying. I mean, they were definitely setting up for the sale and everything. So there was method to the whole madness on it. But yeah, I mean, whatever.
Well,
I mean, who knows if it's going to be back?
Say they were a bunch of
Melvins.
Yeah, basically. Now, those guys are over there in AEW now, right?
Yeah.
Kingdom's over there.
Ring of Honor or AEW?
Both.
Yes.
Yes.
Is
it a combo dual situation? I'm a little confused.
You get a paycheck and you work whenever they put on the show once every 4 months.
Yeah. I was bullshitting with Bennett, Mike Bennett, right after like the night I guess they debuted because it was like taped or whatever for Rampage, and then they were at AEW, and I was talking to him, and he's like, he goes, dude, it's just day to day. I know more every time I'm told. That's all, pretty much. Yeah. So there's
as long as they're being treated good, they got a family they got to provide for and whatnot. So
right.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it too. With when I was talking about Bennett, I was just like, yeah, they got kids, man. They're looking out for that. So
yeah.
Plus, I look at it like
just Heath. They all got kids.
Yeah. Plus, I look at it like this. I mean, the Impact run was good. It was a good run that completed.
It relit the fire for them, especially their second time around in Impact. Warmed fans up to them a little more, whereas I feel like the first time they got unjustified heat.
Oh, yeah.
They were just too good.
I thought they were great. I thought they were great. I ate that gimmick up like a bird in the palm, man.
I love him. I thought because he was the first one to defeat EC3, right, Bill? Was that that's what the story with that one? Yeah. I thought they did a great job. Plus, they're both very talented. I mean, I think him and Maria are very good at what they do, and I gained a whole new respect for Matt Taven during this whole thing.
Yes, and I changed on Matt Taven while he was still in Ring of Honor, but initially I was not a Matt Taven fan.
No, a lot of people,
early Ring of Honor Matt Taven, I was not a fan, but he won me over. Later in his run, I thought as he did more stuff, the Kingdom became a thing. I think that's where he kind of fell into very good work, like on the mic, in the ring. It just came together. tagging with Mike Bennett and all. I think that was, and then obviously I do think he had a pretty good Ring of Honor title run. I know it gets much maligned, but I think he
good word.
Remember, he did main event Madison Square Garden.
We sure did. No, you can't take it away from the guy, man. You cannot take it away from the guy. Love him or hate him.
No.
You can't take that away from the dude. He was in the main event at Madison Square Garden, and very few people can say they were. So all the credit to him. And you know what? I see the appeal.
Especially if you're in a brand that's not WWE. So
absolutely.
Yeah, and I will say from being there a lot, they did bring a lot of fans to Impact.
They did. They did.
Like there were people coming just to see them.
And apparently, too,
and that's a rare commodity. Maybe Jeff Hardy was the last one that had that effect, where I actually saw people traveling to shows for a specific act.
Just to see. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Oh, like those Taven girls in the front row. You're never going to see them again.
I saw. Alicia, did you see this? I saw that. So those girls like made a statement to how they're like done going to Impact now. And like,
did they?
Not all of them.
Well, the two main ones.
I think there were some. I think there were some.
They made like a statement, like we are done because they're done, and then the Impact Nation just lost their fucking mind on them.
Oh, yeah. Well, what did they do it on Twitter? What did you expect?
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
It was just everything from like, fuck you, I hope you're dead. Like,
well, not for nothing. They only came for them, so it's not like they were diehard Impact fans. So how offended can we honestly be because someone came and went for a cup of coffee? You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Like,
there's been a couple of fans like that are like, oh, we're diehard. I'm diehard Impact. But as soon as their favorite is out, who came in, they're where'd you go? Like, I thought you were diehard.
Yeah.
Well,
Are you hearing a battle cry, Alicia?
Man.
Way feather fans.
Yeah. Fuck, man. No, it was just so funny because like they just like, well, the girls, like, she made a statement about it. She had to like come out there like, here's my proclamation, we are leaving, and then it's like fucking just go jump off a cliff and this. I'm like, Jesus Christ, guys, relax.
I didn't know this was a thing because again, I only saw them at that one pay-per-view that they showed up to.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a bigger presence.
It became a thing for no reason.
Oh, it did. Okay, well, I don't social media much, so
we saw them in Chicago when the Kingdom started doing some meet and greets. So that was it was a blast getting that chance. But yeah, it is what it is.
This is that was before the Mexican restaurant, right, Jay? I just want to confirm that everybody so they know this is before we went to the Mexican restaurant. You had your ordeal.
The Mexican restaurant was at the
end of the flashbacks of this shit.
It took me 2 hours to get out of Chicago. Barely made it out alive because they actually chased me out of town.
You didn't forget your sour cream, did you?
Did you take a plain? a bag of plain chips? And she asked you if you wanted to eat salsa. You're like, no, just plain. I was like, you sure? We don't even salt these. And she's like, no, I just want the corn.
Unless you got some of that homemade guacamole.
He says guacamole.
Guacamole.
Okay, well, the review.
So the contract signing was the next thing. I thought the contract signing was awesome. Awesome. I love shit like this. This had a good vibe. I love seeing Tracy Brooks, my all-time favorite, knocked out.
Oh, we knew that was going to be the drop for you.
I had such a crush on her as a wee lad on, watching TNA back in the day. A wee lad of 22.
Just a baby boy.
Just a baby, but I just...
You were just growing up.
Just total crush on Tracy Brooks. I still might.
On Dave's couch, right?
On the couch, watching TNA on the couch. But no, it's cool to see. It's nice that they brought her in too.
Wait. I think we have footage of this.
Oh, go ahead, please. Did you see I hung out with Disco Inferno in Vegas?
I did. I did.
I hung out with Disco in Vegas, and
You were at Sapphires.
I went to Sapphires. He sent a limo for us. It was amazing. You called. It was great. Got you free.
So nice.
It was super. He's so free. I know he's an instigator on Twitter. He is so goddamn nice.
Who isn't?
He is so freaking nice in person. Like, honestly, like, the guy is very, very nice. He said, though, because it was the Impact weekend, he said DeMore called him. He's like, hey, they called me to do something. But I said, I don't need to take a spot from one of the kids right now. Like, I don't need to be in the ring right now. He's like, I'm 56 or whatever. I don't need to be in the ring right now and take a spot from one of the kids. So, but they did ask him to come in. Wow. They asked him to do a program. But he's over it. He's kind of like, whatever, man. I don't need to be in the ring.
He's in great shape. I was gonna say he's
still rocking a 6-pack at 56. That's pretty awesome.
Unbelievable. I'm just, man. I hope I'm rocking a 6-pack instead of a keg when I'm 56.
Yeah, take the disco dive. Anyway, I thought it was cool. Yeah, I see that. Yes, remember, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But it was cool. They had Tracy there. They had Jade there too, which I thought was a perfect touch. I mean, you had short of having the kids on the other end too. I thought this was great. And I like that it didn't turn into a brawl. It turned into tension, but not a brawl. But the little dig that Frankie threw at Jade when he was just like, with all due respect, I appreciate it, but this is none of your business. And that's what Josh got upset. And it was good. It just felt real.
Because that's like slang for "shut up, bitch."
Basically, it's a nice way of saying "shut the fuck up." Respectfully
the men
done.
are talking.
Yeah, basically, it's what. Now Tracy didn't say anything, which I thought was. I mean, I would hope she did not. She sat there quiet.
Her and Jade are gonna
at the show.
Go at it at the show. They should.
Absolutely should do something.
I thought she was going to jump over the table and dive on top of Jade. I was waiting for it. I was like, oh, come on.
I don't know.
No, because some shit's going to go down and be like, what did you say about my husband?
Yeah, what did you say about my
Well, what did you say about my husband? Wow.
Bill, if that happens and while you're there in person, you got to get fan cam of that brawl. That'd be awesome. No, that's cool. I think they're both in town with them. They're both going to travel with them. But this being said, the hype that Impact has done for Frankie has me like, fuck, I kind of do want him to win it now. Like, the social media, like, digging out all these clips and putting all these like stats about Kazarian, like, first got to do this and first got to participate in this and be a part of this. And I'm like, dude, you forget all this shit. You're like, damn.
Yeah.
David,
my money's on Frankie. Me, I'm all for serotonin.
Yeah.
Serotonin.
As much momentum as Josh has, there's just like now, like they have sold me on like this could potentially happen.
Yeah.
To finish the loop on the story. So I don't know. It's an exciting one to watch tomorrow. I'm very excited. I love Frankie though. Like I definitely got to know him. I've loved him since day one. Like, I've been a big fan of Frankie since day one. So it wouldn't be a bad thing. I love Josh too, but wouldn't be a bad thing if Frankie took this one. It'd be kind of cool.
I have been noticing Daniels has been talking a lot about this match.
Oh,
I wonder if maybe we see him.
Oh,
fitting if you would do.
An addicted return.
Man, I would. Come on, Jape. Bad influence.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Wait, where was? Oh, that's what they call themselves in Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor, the addiction.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, you're bad. But
why you just call them Samantha?
Yeah, seriously. God damn it. Fuck.
I can't believe you did that.
I knew I was going to do it. That's the problem. I was hyping it on Twitter, and I was like, oh, shit, did I say Samantha? Because, like, but I did it. I did it right.
And I even tried in the middle. I'm like, yeah, Savannah. You said it again.
Fuck.
You're gonna live with that forever. Forever.
Babe, I need you to find a way to clip it, Jay. I'm serious. I need you to edit it somehow. YouTube's got the edit feature. I need you to edit this.
Oh, now we can edit stuff out. Now that you make a blunder.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see how it is.
I leave it to Jay because there's now an edit option there somewhere. That's how it works.
Well, now we have another comment. This isn't from Sami. This is from Johnny Bravo.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
Fuck you, Bravo. Okay? We need to get Bravo back on. It's been a long time.
It's a season for roasting.
Contract signing was good, though. I thought they did a good job.
Yeah, and it was good because I know I enjoy them, but I think there are some people out there that maybe thought there was too many in-ring contract signings lately, because they usually fall apart. But I think doing the kind of backstage one was a good change of pace.
More realism to it, you know? Like that's where I would expect it to happen.
And the aftermath, we got to talk about the aftermath too, because it was right afterwards when Bully showed up, and there was a little stuff between them and Bully, and Bully's like, yeah, have a great match or whatever. Oh man, for good, because they're like, oh, you can't trust Bully, and Josh is like, why do I have to? What the hell is this all about? What's going on here?
What do you guys think of the Bully story? The whole
it's like a cult. It's weird. And especially because you got Tommy Dreamer in segments going, you can trust Bully. And it's like, I feel like this is like setting up some weird ass shit where it's like, no, you can't. Like, I feel like all of us have memories that is, well, you know, some of us span the 20 plus years Impact's been a thing, but like,
yeah.
No, you can't. You can't trust Bully.
No,
it's a new Bully.
It's very pushed on you. Like he's fine,
and that's like how cults start. Like, oh no, don't trust your gut instinct. It's fine. You can trust us. We're good. What's your greatest fear?
We won't hurt.
So I always love the idea of a faction returning.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Here's some Kool-Aid.
You never ride alone.
You thought the aces and do you need an aces and eights to come?
Dude, all right, like my question about that though is who from aces and eights is even still doing anything in wrestling right now?
Garrett Bischoff and Wes Briscoe. That's it. That's
okay. So that brings up my next point. Wasn't it mentioned like a hot minute ago that one of those two was like dabbling with Impact or somewhere? Like,
yeah,
they showed up in Florida.
That's right.
Just backstage
they kind of with the D-Lo for one. No, they had a match. It was like D-Lo reconnected with them.
Okay,
so they did that. That was kind of it. Nothing really since then, but they will be doing.
That's a lot of heads to bring in just so Bully can have aces and eights.
Yeah,
maybe he's like a new godhead figure, and so he's like having a cult, and he's gonna be like, the Hail Bob comment or something. They're gonna drink the Kool-Aid with the sneakers, and I don't know.
Kool-Aid, kids. Yeah, if Bully's doing that, I could picture him starting something fresh.
I bring you love. Can you just imagine him as some kind of like you can trust me, I'm Bully Ray, but he'll change his name to like Peaceful Ray.
Peaceful Ray.
Is that like my
Peaceful Ray of
Mick
sunshine?
Foley was Dude Love?
Peace, happy Ray. He brings you love.
We bring you love, like Mr. Burns in that one episode of The
Simpsons. What? Remember the Simpsons with the leader? The leader knows all and sees all. When he's there in like the weird cult with the kept referring to him as the leader. Oh my God, what was that?
Well, you just answered it there. The Simpsons predicted it. That's what's going to happen. Okay, well, on to the next segment.
All right.
There you go.
The Guns versus Aussie Open versus Ace Austin versus Ace Austin and Chris Bay and versus Raj Singh and Shera. Okay, first off, I am pretty pissed that Ace Austin and Bay and the Guns are on the pre-show tomorrow. Like, what's with Ace Austin on the pre-show all the time?
It's been bothering me forever. Like, I understand that the faction as a whole isn't as predominant as it was before, but there's no reason they should be on the fucking pre-show. Like, I'm sorry. Ace and Bay are like future Hall of Famers, I want to say, somewhere in someone's galaxy and atmosphere. That's a future thing, and for some reason, this is happening, and I don't agree with it.
This is the match is for the New Japan Strong tag titles, isn't it?
I don't know if it's for the titles. They feature the guns with the belts on their shoulder, but it didn't say if it was for the titles though.
I wouldn't be surprised if they switch it over and they have it. I mean, it shows how strong the New Japan relationship is, and Ace and Bay are going to New Japan soon. So as frustrating as it may be,
okay, I see.
They're going to spend a few weeks over there relatively soon.
It makes sense.
So,
and it's
I still don't like it
YouTube,
though.
I know,
and it's selling the show, but it gets more eyes on the product.
I mean, I see that part of it too. Absolutely.
It's going to be.
I mean, they made a killing in Japan, so if that's where they're heading, I can see why they're not booking them strong on the thing. Commitment wise and everything.
Fair enough.
They're in the club.
I'm proud of them.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely proud of them. I think. I mean, they're awesome. They're really, really fucking good.
They're super talented. There's so much charisma.
Plus, they're basically what, like, you talk about, like AJ and Kazarian, 15, 17 years ago. Like, that's
modern
these two.
day.
That's these two. These two are this generation's. They're the ones doing it for this generation now. So
killing it.
I just hate to see him on a pre-show. I mean, I get it though, Bill. Like it sells it, but I don't know. I mean, the guns, sure. They're older. They're established. They don't need the rub. But it's like, I feel like these guys should be on main show stuff to just show them that, hey, we're invested with you guys for the long run. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
You gotta throw some hot stuff on the pre-show though. That helps because I've been telling everybody do it during the watch along, be like, look, if you're new to watching this stuff again, and I know a lot of people are over the last few years, get that Ultimate Insiders. It's $5 a month, and it's well worth the price of admission. Seriously, you're gonna get. It's a hell of a show. You get all the bonuses. Hell, at least pay your 99 cents a month to watch it. Like, well, I can't find it. I get that every week. Someone has a comment on it, and I tell them every week, and I'm like, get it on YouTube. Everyone's got YouTube.
I have a feeling those people can't find a lot of things.
Well, they probably can't find their name tag on their underwear either. But hey,
you can't find your ass from a hole in the ground. One of the best old man sayings that still to this day is great. You can't find your ass from a hole in the ground. It's like, what? Where will the two go together? Why would
what is the connection?
What is the connection with your ass on a hole in the ground? Like, what is that all about?
When he kicks you in the head and your ass is on the ground.
Is that what it is? You can't find your ass from a hole in the ground. I hear it all the time. What does it
I've
mean?
always liked you wouldn't be able to find your head if it wasn't attached to your neck.
Yeah, classic. Oh, that makes sense.
Old man sayings.
Yeah.
I love it.
This is another one I was talking to my dad about. I think one of my dad's friends they were like bitching about something. I don't know, they were all old man yelling, and he's like, fuck him and feed him beans. And I'm like, what does that mean? What the fuck does that mean?
Wait, whoa. We need to walk that back. Fuck him and feed him beans?
Fuck him and feed him beans.
Fuck
At least
him
you get a
and
meal.
feed him beans.
I was like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean?
Ghosts.
What is the correlation after fucking him that you're gonna feed him beans?
Why would you feed him beans?
I'm telling you,
after fucking
it sounds like a very Midwestern thing. Jay, you gotta know this. I've
never heard that.
He's like, I don't claim that.
He's wondering where the guacamole
How
is.
dare you?
I'm Googling it right now. Fuck them and feed them beans. It's an urban dictionary.
You better be careful with that Google search.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my god.
Here's the Urban Dictionary definition of fuck them and feed them beans. When you have no regards for a person, race, or group of people in which you have differences, then fuck them in a sense of screw them or the hell with them and feed them beans as if as in they don't deserve any of my value from your world. That's what he means. Fuck them and feed them beans.
Sounds like something Angel would say.
Fuck him while feeding him beans, I guess.
Wow. Yeah.
I feel like that's what they really mean.
Used in the example.
What kind of bean?
It could be refried. Maybe.
Baked beans.
Baked beans. It'd be baked beans. I don't know.
It'd be baked beans. I feel like that's what you would feed.
And are they using
any hot dog? Little hot dog bites?
No hot dog. Let's not get crazy. Just the beans. You're not trying to impress the guy. Just beans.
You're just trying to fuck him and feed him.
Just trying to fuck him and feed him and send him anyway.
All right, we gotta move on. I'm sorry.
But I just gotta read you the sentence.
Trent, you scared my
okay.
You just jumped
the
up
example.
On my
Use it in a sentence.
The Urban Dictionary says is, hey, the boys down the street won't let us into their group, so I say fuck them and feed them beans. They don't deserve any of our time of day. That's the example.
So 1950s gang slang.
Basically, like,
and then they drag the comb through their hair and say, yeah.
Some outsider shit, some West Side Story shit. Where it's like, yeah,
hey, some fancy.
I feel like this is going to end up on the next episode of Impact Wrestling, and all the guys from VBD are going to say that about Eric. Fuck
him and feed him beans. That's what I said at the end of tonight's show. Huh? Fuck him and feed him beans after all that shit he said.
Wow.
But we'll never get there at this rate.
Our leader
we should wrap it up.
Fuck him and feed him beans.
Fuck him and feed him beans, baby. The way the guy said it, grizzly voice, everything.
That's going to be my new Twitter handle. Fuck him and feed him beans.
They were talking about something, man. I don't know, something about the election. Fuck them and feed them beans. And I'm like, what did I walk into over here?
They're old men. They're
basically.
You've totally fucked up my flow on that one. It's gone. It's gone. You hit the sound bite and you killed it.
Bill, what are you doing?
Damn,
it's dead.
Itchy trigger finger there, Bill.
Fuck.
On that note, Ace and Bay did win, by the way, leading into their pre-show match.
Congratulations. While they were winning, I was burning my husband's dinner.
Nice. What did you make? What did you burn? What did you burn?
I burnt leftover turkey meatloaf and pasta. The problem is what had happened was
what happened was
I took the bong rips before the task was done.
That's what happens.
Instead of after as a rewardsie. And dinner got fucked up.
We're off to a rocky start here for married life.
I can turn it on anytime, Pat. Come on, no problem.
You take that as a lesson in the kitchen to do the bong rips for dessert.
You got to do it after the tasks are done. Otherwise, it just shit happens. I don't know where I went.
It's like, what was I doing?
Guys, I gotta say though, this is probably where it all comes from. When Stefan's waiting for his burnt dinner to be made, his witty Facebook statuses have me fucking rolling daily. Like today was a rant about the movie Seven. It was amazing. It was just like, he just fucking loved. He's like then he was just like, I want. So we were talking about how like creepy Kevin Spacey was. He's like, I just wanted to punch him in the fucking face. And then Facebook flagged his comment.
Oh yeah. He gets notifications every day where they're like, normal people, like literally Twitter's like normal people don't talk to each other like that. Those are his warnings. I'm like, oh Jesus. I thought it was freedom of speech.
I left a comment. I was like, did we ever find out what's in the box? And he's like, dude, it was her head, man. I'm like, I fucking know.
No,
I think it was her head, man.
See, they never. Oh God, I see. This is one of these things I had to say. I forget who I was talking to, but I was like, listen. When I was younger, Seven was a masterclass of like, well thought of, edgy suspense, and like, But then I watched it the other night with him, and I was like, this is the dumbest fucking movie I've ever seen. What the fuck is this shit? Brad Pitt was like a child that you.
Horrible.
It's just a dumb.
The worst.
Child. And then Morgan Freeman's like his father, just like, what the fuck is this? Like,
I cannot get over the last scene. The facial expression of him goes just like,
oh, dude. I was laughing so hard.
I was like,
box.
What does he have?
What's
Like a
in the
conniption?
box?
What the fuck was the conniption he was having?
It's like, because he's supposed to be wrath, so I figured you'd play that. Either you'd be like, oh, fuck, like you just anger, but instead he's like, ooh, It was, he Antiques Roadshow the whole fucking thing. It was so bad. And this was like a nominated award-winning movie, and I'm watching it 20 plus years after it fucking came out, and I'm just like, this is trash. Garbage.
Now Bill has been making expressions when we were shitting on Seven right now. He was like, what the fuck? All right, Bill, you're taking this a little personally, it looks like. Are you a Seven fan?
I may need to rewatch Seven again.
I was a really big fan until I rewatched it last night, and shit changed real fast.
Now, I wouldn't call it a master class. Like, that made it too far, but
at least you set the bar
enjoyable
pretty high.
film.
Yeah.
I blame Alicia, I blame the bong rips. What happened?
It must have. It's that wacky tobacco, man. It'll fuck up your whole remembrance of things.
Okay, back to the review.
Speaking of reviews, though.
Speaking of reviews, look who the fuck's here.
We're never going to finish. You guys might as well tune out now. We're going to be here a while.
Flippy, Swami, Sloppy, Swenson, Samsonite. I was so close. Trent, you're a moron. You're a moron, Trent.
I'm such a fucking loser.
You're an embarrassment. I mean, you haven't been on in God knows how long.
I redid it. I redid it, though.
Bring guests back into the show, and you pull a stuff. It doesn't matter. The damage is done. The damage is done.
I know, dude. I'm fucked.
Never again. That's our last guest for like 5 years.
Fuck.
You know, someone in the Twitter is never going to let you live that down.
I know. J-Bud, you need to edit this immediately after we go up.
That's why we do it live.
There's a way to do this, and I need it done.
You gotta wing it, mama.
Someone already clipped it and put it out there, so no, I can't.
Oh, wait.
Well, speaking of breaking balls.
Beans.
Oh, boy.
Or breaking beans.
Great show premiering this fall on Fox. Breaking Beans. It's about the internet. It's about the illegal fucking trades. Kyle.
Wait, we have two Kyles.
We have two Kyles coming in here. I think he's frozen on one of them. There we go.
He's having trouble.
Yeah, how dare you kick me out? How dare you?
Kyle, can you?
He can't even take a little criticism.
Can you give us your thoughts on the movie Seven? We went from loving it to hating it within the last 8 minutes. What do you think about Seven? Oh, I froze again. What unreliable Kyle over here.
Touching something.
Stop touching things. Stop touching the fucking Jesus Christ. While he's doing that, while he's figuring himself out, Bay and Austin win. Backstage, Rosemary, Taya, and Jessica have a little thing here. Taya promises Jessica will be there for Overdrive, but if she doesn't show up tonight, Taya will face Tasha instead.
She's too busy being sick.
Sick as fuck. Tasha and Taya go at it solo. Quick. I didn't think Taya was going to win, but she hits the Valhalla, wins it. Pretty solid. I still feel like we are not getting the same Taya that we had before. I don't know what the hell is not connecting with me like it used to with Taya. Even though she did the low and all that stuff, what happened here? What is this?
No,
I
popped it out.
What are we doing?
Is everyone getting contact high?
What is going on?
Do I smoke much? Are you guys okay?
Probably.
No, I was gonna blow up Kyle because his frozen pose was priceless. He was like,
honestly, I was thinking of doing the same thing, Jay.
See,
I've never seen a man so happy to be like disappointed.
Yeah.
He's just like, eh. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. The death, like she's on the show. She's got the tag belt. It's just not the same Taya to me. I don't know what it is. It's not like clicking like it used to with me. Even though she's on every week. I don't know. I mean, it's just
it just might not be the right situation. Like they're obviously building up to something with this whole Jessica thing. And I don't know. I kind of see what you mean, but me always. She'll be better.
She hit the Valhalla. She got the win. There was some brawls. Our girl Savannah jumped in. She got in there, and there was a brawl. Rosemary.
Savannah.
With the V.
Yeah.
With the V. Yeah, got it there.
Oh, good for you.
Yes. That was a big little schmoz going on there. Death Dolls and Savannah and Tasha. So
and then Jessica came back.
And then
with
Jessica,
a beer helmet.
With the beer helmet.
I've always wanted one of those, and no one ever bought me one. It's very disappointing.
So I think Stefan heard that. I saw him walk earlier. So I'm sure
I thought it was Ghost. It was him. I forget. I got to put a bell on that guy.
Alicia, is this like a bucket list thing for you to get the beer helmet?
Yes, but I want to drink wine out of it. I have sparkly wine, and I am ready for this moment.
Try this again. Am I here?
What is with your connection? Where are you that you have
I'm plugged into the router. This isn't supposed to be happening.
Kyle is metaled out. He's wearing a Slayer shirt. All he's been doing for the last 3 days is sending me clips of thrash metal bands, which is awesome.
My girlfriend's terrified of me.
I bet. You just made it.
She thinks I'm taking a dark turn.
Yeah. Right at the 1 year mark too. It's over.
I got my boy listening to the classic 1989 Testament. It doesn't get any fucking better than that.
See, you're still lame for listening to glam hair metal. I listen to the good stuff, Jay.
Yeah.
Well, we had a super sticker just for Kyle here.
Twitter is dying, so it's just review.
Yeah.
Yo, Bells.
What am I, a stripper? He's throwing dollars at me?
Bells has been more vocal in the comments on this show than any other time I've ever seen him. He has been digging in. Little shots at everybody this whole episode.
Bell's Boy has become the roaster of the chat in the past couple of months.
Really? Because
dude, I know you haven't been around.
I have not been around, but Bells has been he's been lighting fires.
But he has been burning us with the force of the fucking sun lately.
I thought he just wanted to hear
Impact Wrestling.
That's Kyle again?
That's really what it is. That's like cocaine for them.
The rumor is that Kyle's internet is provided by Twitter, and they all walked out.
Wait, hold on. Tell me again real quick. What happened to Twitter? Did the servers dying today? Was that what happened?
Well, they locked everybody out of the building, and they...
I didn't see that.
Gone.
So it's just Elon there running things? I'm sure he's overwhelmed.
He's taking all the customer service inquiries.
That's fucking amazing. It's so out of it's so out of whack. It's crazy. I just don't know what to make of it anymore.
I feel like, it's appropriate for a hellscape like Twitter to just kind of implode on itself.
Let it burn.
Just let it burn. Like the sun.
Kalon?
I cried tonight.
Why'd you cry?
Why?
When I saw Bill helping out Tommy Dreamer,
that was
beautiful. That was a
huge pop.
Moment.
He's a big star, dude.
I started clapping and chanting, "You deserve it."
This is the first episode of Impact Wrestling to deserve an Emmy for that moment.
Yeah. Especially too, it's even Stefan stopped what he was doing. He's like, "Oh my god, is that fucking Bill?"
I gotta say, Bill, you look pretty jacked. You jumped over that railing pretty smooth. You got back over pretty smooth. I mean, the athleticism was. I didn't expect it to be that swift. I mean, jumping over railings no easy task. You got over pretty fast.
That would have eaten it.
You gotta move.
Our boy is over like Rover. Did you hear the crowd afterwards? They were saying, Mr. Impact.
Mr. Impact.
Oh, yeah.
Did you take
You got a huge pop.
I want to know, don't lie to me now. I've seen you take pictures of people. People literally have taken pictures of them. Did anybody ask you, dude, you're that fucking guy from the table. Can I take a picture with you?
Dude, let me see your penis.
Holy shit.
Star.
Get a fucking TNA logo on it.
Now, what are the odds that Bill becomes Tommy Dreamer's manager? I feel like Bill would be a great manager.
He's kayfabing us. He didn't tell us about this.
He deserves the limelight. He's finally getting to come up as he needs.
Bill is the man of mystique. I know nothing about the guy. I consider him a close friend, but I know nothing about him. What a mysterious... For all I know, he's not even here right now. He's an urban legend.
He's just a figment of our imaginations.
I would do anything to follow Bill around for 24 hours. Give me 24 hours. That's all I ask for.
Hey, you live
we're going to do the cheesesteak challenge.
Just go over
It's
there.
on the schedule. It's on the schedule.
It's been on the schedule. Just go through the challenge already. What are you doing, man?
What do you not like cheese steak? I was gonna say cake. Where's my head at?
Oh, he likes.
Yeah, how about a cheesecake cheesesteak? Put the two together.
Guy,
you know what? Do it.
What did you
Sweet
get?
and savory.
What did you get at that Starbucks that day when we were in Manhattan? This guy got like, I was like, hey, I'm buying. Get whatever you want. It's like, oh, in that case, let me get an extra large vanilla.
Give me the $10 milkshake, baby.
Yeah,
Trent's buying. Trent's buying.
Caramel swirl, drizzle, fudge. I'm like, what the fuck are you going for here?
And I worked you because when we walked in there, I was like, nah, I don't want anything. I'm
totally.
And then once we went to the register, Trent's like, oh, I'm like, yeah, I'll take the double mocha, vanilla frap, extra shot of espresso, you know,
Dude,
organic milk.
$10 frappuccino. It was literally diabetes in a.
Dude, you want to talk about Starbucks? There's a Starbucks about 30 seconds from my house. There was a carjacking there today.
At the Starbucks? At a Starbucks?
The safest place on earth?
Yeah, this is carjacking in my neighborhood at my Starbucks.
I wanted the orange mocha frappuccino.
Fuck, man.
Did they take the drink too?
Did they take the drink too?
Because that would be what I'd be worried about.
Somebody got carjacked in the drive-thru.
In the
drive-thru. They lost their drink.
Somebody ran up with the surgical mask on, had the COVID mask on, had his hand in his pockets, told this lady to get the fuck out of her car. He hops in the car. He gets like 30 seconds down the road and crashes in front of 7-Eleven.
They always crash. They always crash too.
Jay, where were you this afternoon?
Yeah, Jay.
Whoa. Wow.
He's like, guys, you ever been to Panino's on Long Island? Me either. Shit. Anyway.
We're going to be here a while, right? I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Kyle. Well, while you have a connection, you want to tell us about our sponsor?
Yeah. Talk about man.
I'm not going to sit here and do some corny commercial for you that I clearly wrote. I'm just going to tell you straight up. I got my Manscaped package just like everybody else here on the show. And I got to tell you, folks, it's like I'm 12 years old all over again. It's
smooth as shit, man.
Squeaky clean. 20% off using the code, promo code. Is it TNI? I don't even remember.
Baby, 20%
promo
off.
code TNI, 20% off, free shipping. Well worth it. Manscaped is the greatest. It's improved my sex life and it's improved my confidence because, like I said in the commercial, like I went from like 3 inches to like I could probably pass for 5. It's a real effect.
Absolutely, baby.
A 2-inch swing, you're saying?
He's like a Long Island tornado over there now. It's unbelievable.
Wait, is that? Are you talking about? So our Kyle is the legendary.
The Long Island tornado.
Long Island? You're the Long Island tornado?
That's what they called me in Boy Scouts. That's true. That's true. You know,
yeah, a lot of scout leaders just loved having him around. But I will say this: my buddy, I posted about it to my personal network of friends the other day, and my buddy Mike immediately ordered it using our code. He's like, "Good enough for you. It's good enough for me." He ordered it, sent me a screenshot. He goes, 20% off, free shipping, baby. TNI, manscaped.com. 20%.
Tremendous.
I have also a little tease here. I don't have them yet. We'll have an unboxing video from our buddy over at Blacksmith Apparel. So Blacksmith sent me something, a little special something. I'm going to do an unboxing video. Jay, maybe if you're around, I think it's going to be here tomorrow. Join me for that. We'll put it out there. And then we are going to have a little special. We still have our promo code with Blacksmith, TNI 15.
Dude, he's killing it. The jerseys, I mean, dude. It's not like he's just printing T-shirts. He has a legitimate thing that nobody else is doing. Like, everything he puts out is fucking killer.
Dude,
fucking killer.
He's got new ones coming. He told us he signed Ace Austin to a deal. And he's got one more coming. He's got a knockout coming, I believe, now. So
I believe Steve Maclin.
Maclin's the other one. Yep, Maclin's coming up. And he's got a knockout, I think, coming too, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. But he's got a bunch of shit coming out. He did put up a post. I guess Cesaro came out with a very similar looking jersey, and he put a screenshot. He goes, "Gee, it's as if we did it. It's as if we pitched AEW football jerseys about a month ago." Oh, that's interesting. Like, because he was offering it to them too, but they didn't bite. But they sure printed their own.
But as Blacksmith, I believe, said to that was we wouldn't put out something that uncreative. That bland.
There you go. I'm dying for him to contact Nigel McGuinness and reboot like a Nigel Desmond Wolfe one. That'd be awesome. But he wants to talk further with T&I. Big fan of us. We're a big fan of his.
Nice.
So we got some stuff cooking. I'm going to be talking to him a little bit later next week. And
you think there's a chance of a T&I jersey? I don't know if we're that cool, man. You know, I'm a juggalo. I'm a juggalo. I grew up rocking the jerseys, man. You know?
He loves us. We love him. We can talk. We're going to be talking. So
turkey, bro.
We'll be talking.
How about we talk some Impact Wrestling?
We're making our way downtown here. Let's see here. We got all right, so Taya wins. Old school rules. This is Bill's Impact Wrestling debut right here. Tommy Dreamer, Steve Maclin. Bill, I'm gonna let you just lead this one away, my man.
Oh, you guys are still doing a review?
Yeah, we're kind of in there somewhere.
Like an hour and 45 minutes in. I thought I was coming for like the sign off.
We had Savannah for 20 minutes. So we were fine.
20 minutes was over an hour ago.
25. Go ahead, Bill. Take it.
Well, yeah. Obviously, old school rules. So
which meant no
anything
DQs.
Goes. Yeah, no DQs.
Yeah,
no DQs. But Maclin obviously had some dust up with Tommy, so this match was happening. But classic Tommy match. Go around. Had his weapons. I know I was involved with some of it.
Well, let's talk about that. All right. We look over. Tommy Dreamer setting up a table. He gives Bill the Iggy, as they call it in wrestling, the Iggy. And it's like, get over here. Fucking Bill jumps the guardrail. No security to stop him. Horrible security at the Sam's Town. Bill jumps the guardrail and helps Tommy set up a table ringside. Unbelievable.
Amazing.
Well, that's the thing. And if you notice closely, because that's what I thought. I thought it was going to be to set up a table at first, because he just points at me. He's like, "Help me get the table." So my first assumption is set up the table for like something on the outside. So I'm about to set up the table. Then I notice, he's thrown it in the ring. He must have thrown it in the ring. So I had to do a little change or guard real quick, because I'm used to him send him more in the ring, like outside the ring or something. So, but no, like that was it was quite the moment, the unexpected moment. And I did get to talk to Tommy after the tapings, because I did go at Sam's Town. But pretty much the only place to go if you stay at Sam's Town is there's a Fridays there. That's like the only place open. So I was there drinking, and Tommy does come in at one of the, so when he walked in, kind of gave the nod from across, and then he came over, talked to me for a bit, and definitely it was something very cool, very cool. So knowing Tommy, I think he obviously walked out of there with it, but nobody knew about it. He kept that to himself. So there was people, I think, very surprised as this was all going on.
They come up to you and do the Tommy voice, like, "I like your style. You've done a great job tonight. It's wonderful to have you. Thank you for attending Impact Wrestling."
I'd like to think
that talk like that.
Have you had a one-on-one with Tommy Dreamer?
I've spoken to him. I met him at Bound for Glory 18. He came right up to me. I was like, "Oh, Tommy, great job. Gonna shake your hand." And then he's like, "Oh, you want a picture?" I'm like, "Okay, you can talk like that." He was very animated.
I ran into him at a White Sox
I kind of had a good night.
I ran into him at a White Sox game one time, and he was the same thing. Like, "Hey, want to take a picture?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Fuck.
He's so nice.
He is nice. Tommy's cool.
Speaking of nice, our dear pal Ashley Rose with
Thank you,
$1.99. Thank you.
Player of the soundbite.
Thank you.
Impact Wrestling.
God damn it. God damn right. Bonifay, you see, these are appreciated. Thank you. I've not done low key in a while. I'll build up to it.
Sammy's the original. That's been going on for years.
That one's been going on for years. Where's low key? Where he's been even. I haven't heard.
But I will say my efforts were in vain in the end, because sadly I could not help Tommy with this one.
No, you cannot.
You know what? You should have went into business for yourself and swerved him, and you should have put Tommy through the table.
Is that a classic ball shot? Behind him.
Boom.
Fuck, that would have been awesome, Bill. If you went off script, there was no script, you're like, I don't fucking owe you shit.
I don't Bill, I don't even want to know if this was planned. I don't want to know any of the details in my head. I want to think that, you know, even though he's from Yonkers, he's still a Philadelphia guy. I feel like there was just a Philly guy moment. You were feeling it, he was feeling it, and like telekinesis, you just knew. You just knew in that moment. You got up there and helped them out. That's
I said at the beginning of the show, Kyle. It was not exact, but it was almost like that. Like I was just watching. He looked over at me and just said, "Can you jump? Can you get over the rail?
Can you make it over the rail?"
And I'm like, "Yeah." So he's like, "Do it."
Boink.
No hesitation.
I like Maclin. Maclin's a tough motherfucker. Like that dude.
He won without his face paint. Good for him.
Yeah, it's true. He just got married. Him and Deanna. Congratulations!
Beautiful wedding
last week. Yeah, that was cool, huh? Good for them. Good for them.
I wouldn't be surprised if Bill was at the wedding. We should Photoshop him in some pictures. You know, Bill
holding an umbrella.
Table, you know, yeah, absolutely.
Holding an umbrella.
Well, yeah, they in the ceremony picture they were holding umbrellas. I guess it was raining or something. And
okay.
So everyone had white umbrellas.
Bill has not denied in the last 8 seconds if he was at the wedding or not. So I'm gonna guess he was.
And TJ's right. At least I did not fall.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Which is probably the bet because we were when I was talking to Tommy afterwards. Like the whole joke was like, if I almost knew it, I probably would have gotten like that puts stuff in your head where you might just doing stuff on the fly. It's like it's smooth.
You did good. You did real good.
But yeah, if you have time to think about it, that's time to mess something up.
Absolutely.
Like an interview. Like you might not even remember her name.
Yeah.
I got Bill roasting me now. Not even you. I got fucking Bill roasting me now. Big Star over here made his debut tonight at Impact. He's fucking roasting me like a goddamn chestnut on an open fire for Christmas.
You know, it reminded me of that time. Let me take this back. Nobody knows about this. I'm going back like 2 years ago.
Good. I already know what it is.
Trevor knows what I'm thinking. A couple of years ago, when the show first started, when J-Bone first joined, you know, we were killing it. We were hot and new, and some guy invited us on his podcast, the three of us, and we went on to promote our show. I don't remember anything about it. I just know that I was talking and I kept calling the guy like Bob. Like I kept just giving him like I didn't know his name, and I kept calling him the wrong
different names every time.
I kept calling him different names. I still don't know what his name was, but you know, I appreciated him having on, but I didn't know his name. And like I would just be casually talking, call him by the wrong name. But, oh no, my name is whatever his name was. Oh, sorry, bro.
He didn't tell you till the end. You called him Bob, Steve, Mike, John, and then at the end, it's like, oh, my name's actually like, you know, like Seamus or whatever the fuck it was, and you're just like, wait, what? I've been calling you the wrong name the whole show. The funny thing was that guy kept inviting us on his podcast, and he like knew nothing about our podcast at all.
It was a sports show. It wasn't even a wrestling podcast. It was a sports show.
He just wanted to like talk to us, and then he knew nothing about
drunk as fuck.
He was hammered on.
Well, his name is Seamus. It's kind of.
It comes with the territory.
He was like, so wrestling is, you know, god damn it, fucking, you know, suplexes and shit, and, you know,
suplexes
and fucking Dixie Carter, and
so you guys got your own show. Is Total Impact?
Impact.
Nonstop.
He sounded like somebody's drunk uncle. That's what I got from it. You know,
you got the Total Impact Nonstop podcast. Like, what are you talking about?
What about that Monday Night Raw? Huh? The Rock, Stone Cold.
I was gonna say, Bill, give him your answer, but I got a quick little thing to.
Zach Bonifer in the chat wants to know what's Bill's appetizer of choice at TGIF. And Bill, I'd like to know what was Tom eating, because I mean, look at Tommy. That guy's not missing an appetizer. I want to know what he's eating.
Hey.
I want to know what he's eating.
Well, when I was there, I was keeping it to a liquid diet when I was there. If I were to go with an appetizer. Usually it's like the mozzarella sticks.
Everybody with the TGI Fridays, mozzarella sticks. That's what they do.
Respectable.
What were you drinking?
What are you drinking, Bill? Hard liquor?
Well, usually, the thing is, they ran out of what was on special. Usually, I'm a cheap date, so I will go with what's the special. The special wasn't there, so I believe I was drinking Steelz because they did not have Miller Lite. So I was the $2 Miller Lite was gone, so I was going with a couple Steelz.
The fancy.
So that night, everybody went to TGI Fridays. I saw Daniel Spencer on Snapchat was posting.
I was sitting next to Daniel Spencer.
Okay, before he left, right? Because he, I said, you guys should come to the MGM Grand because that's where I'm at. And he's like, yeah, maybe we'll be there.
Oh, that was the night before. This was night two.
This is night one. Night one.
Night one.
Daniel Spencer, Kevin Martin, and Dewey was another production guy, and they roll in, and like an intern they got hammered, fucking out of their minds, just guns blazing with their Impact jumpsuits on, fucking just pounding it at the bar, ordering whiskey, throwing lines at girls at the bar, just owning. I'm like, this is the fucking crew. And like they were just wild, man. It was unbelievable. I was like,
that's awesome.
It was like 3:30 in the morning, and they're like, we're gonna keep the party going. We're going to Excalibur. And I was like, what time is your call time? Like 11 a.m. Like, fuck, man, it's like 4 in the morning. He's like,
for a second, I thought you said they were doing lines on the bar. It's like,
I don't know.
Fuck.
I can't confirm or deny, but all I know is
wrestling.
They were out of their fucking minds. It was awesome.
No,
well, in Vegas.
No groupies and rats though. Just Bill.
Just Bill.
Bill
was a big star.
Not the 80s
Bill
anymore.
Is enough groupie and rat for everybody.
Hey, this was Trent. This wasn't me.
Bill, was Bravo there? That jungle-wearing bastard son of a bitch? You tell him. I haven't forgotten about him.
I think I may have seen him pass by, at least that night. But I don't know if he was there. Like I was talking to Penzer for a bit, but I know he was catching a flight, so he was kind of in and out. But yeah, like stuff like that. It kind of like the TGIF there is the most similar to the old ale house down in Orlando. Kind of had that vibe because it's right there, and that's the thing. It's like that's the right there. I'm sure most of the time people are hanging at like their hotels and stuff like that, but that's the hotel / venues / restaurants. Like when you're in Vegas, you don't really go anywhere else for the most part.
Dude, I was gonna go see everybody at the venue. Then I Ubered. I'm like, Sam's Town is nowhere fucking near the other stuff, like the strip.
It's not near that. It's off strip.
No way.
It's off strip.
It's way the other way. And it was like a $40 Uber ride. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not doing that. Like I'm like, nope. I'll see you guys later. And fuck, man, I was gonna do that. Was expensive, man. I thought it was like walkable. $40 like to get there. It was way 25 minutes away.
Bro, you're complaining about an Uber ride. You just bought tickets to see Man of War in Germany.
I did. I'm going
to Germany?
Germany.
I just bought tickets.
What a maniac.
Yeah, a fucking ticket to go see Manowar on their final date of the European tour in Berlin in February.
Jesus, commitment.
Yeah.
That makes Bill sound like an agoraphobe. I mean, you're going to fucking Germany to see a band. That's crazy.
Yeah, I just committed to Windsor, going back to Canada next year.
Germany, baby.
You're going to Germany.
Eat lots of German food for me.
Only if Pantera's on the bill.
No, I don't even know who's
yeah, okay.
You're gonna need a Ouija board on stage.
You're gonna need a Ouija board.
They're coming back with Zach Wild now.
Oh, they're touring internationally.
Yeah,
they haven't
crazy.
They haven't set up any U.S. dates, but they're setting up a bunch of European.
Who's on the drums?
Yeah, who's drumming?
It's weird. I mean, how do you do a Pantera?
Charlie from Anthrax is drumming. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you could call it like a Pantera like tribute night, but it's not like a reunion. I mean, half the band, the heart and soul of the band is dead.
Yeah,
it's
brothers who started the band.
It's a tribute to the. It's a tribute to the music, and it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, it's
expensive.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that Phil Anselmo these days. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a tricky fella.
I don't know about that guy.
We were going to go see the Danzig Misfits reunion, and then we looked at ticket prices. Was like, well, let's do something else.
Order that one on DVD.
I would have loved to, because I not so much the Misfits, but I fucking love Danzig. I love his solo shit, but like I like, you know, it's like My Chemical Romance came back. Oh no, I do, but it's like I'm more of a Danzig person. Like I'm not so punk and a little more rock and roll.
Respectable.
I do love Danzig. I saw Danzig did a set here where he did a set of solo, Sam Hain, Misfits, and ended it with a solo setting after that. It was awesome. 4 sets in one night. Unbelievable, dude. It was so
epic.
Cool. It was cool. And then Doyle joined him for the Misfits set, which I thought was cool.
That's cool.
But yeah, anyway, back to this real
quick.
Let's wrap this up.
You know what was pretty punk rock was Masha's interview with Gia Miller.
Yes.
Yeah, solidifying how much of a badass she is.
Dude, that was some Ivan Drago level of fucking interview. That was badass.
If he dies.
He ended it with death. Like that was the final word. She's like what's gonna come out of this? Death.
Like I was reading the caps like out loud while I was on the live reaction. It was hilarious. It's like only a stupid question like this would come out of a stupid idiot like you. I'm like, I love this.
It's so good.
I love this interview, especially because she was answering the questions in Russian, but Gia was just bouncing these questions like she understood what Masha was saying.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Masha comes with her own words just floating around in front of her. You know,
it's like the ball over the letters.
Right. If he dies,
Masha is just amazing. I'm glad we have her. I feel like she's going to be one of those athletes in the knockouts where like no one is quite like her. Does that make any sense? Where like
yeah, dude, she's intense, man.
She's doing.
I mean, she's only fighting guys on the indies, so if that lets you know that she can hang, she's doing death matches with guys in the indies. Let me correct myself.
Dude, she did a match for us against Josh, which was unreal, and then against Davey Vega, which was mind blowing. I was like, holy shit, they killed it. Absolutely.
Hall of Fame level with that one. I see good things in her future.
Speaking of which, I'm really shocked that the besties haven't been tapped by Impact once. I'm it's like mind blowing to me now that they have not brought in Vega and Fitchett to do at least something in Impact yet. I don't know how.
They haven't been a tag team in quite a while now.
They're doing it in St. Louis. They're tagging still, but not for us. We split them at AEW, but they're still tagging elsewhere. But they changed the name to Grindhouse. They're doing kind of like a Grindhouse type of storyline, but I'm just shocked that Impact hasn't tapped them for anything, even after that appearance. So I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see. But
that match with Mander. Sorry, not Mander. Excuse me. Sorry. God, see, it's contagious. I'm sitting next to you, and I'm just screwing up names. And
contact eye. It's my fault. Sorry, guys.
But before the Masha thing, it was a little shit. There was a stare down of Bully Moose, Josh. That whole thing got him. So Bully kept respectable. Handed over the
you can trust Bully.
You can trust me. Who? Me?
Yeah,
trust me.
You can trust a rattlesnake, sure.
Yeah. Laredo.
I remember Jake Roberts said that.
That's right. I'm still a snake. Laredo and Rich, fast, quick match with these two. Swann wins. Nothing major out of this one.
Just a lot of fun.
Just fun.
A Matt Hardy reference. Matt Hardy reference.
In this one, there was. I missed it.
No. That was Ashley. That was Matt Hardy calling me Sweet Pea on Twitter.
Sweet Pea. Oh my God, Alicia, have you seen the Gothic Baby thing?
Yes, I'm obsessed. I love Reby Hardy's fucking Instagram and her TikTok.
Dude, it's hilarious.
That is viral, right? Like viral. That. Yeah. There's pages reblogging that shit. That it's huge.
Fantastic. It's fucking brilliant what she's doing.
What's going on?
So Reby Hardy has a series on TikTok.
Okay.
Where it's called The Life of a Goth Baby, and it's their daughter. and because I don't know if you're familiar, she has this like Addams Family nursery for the little girl
too. It's also like very unique like that. But yeah.
And so they just do like these little walkthroughs of a day in the life of what a goth baby does, and then whenever Matt's involved, he somehow turns the goth baby into a non-goth baby, and the goth baby gets pissed. Like, I don't know.
The kid's really like stoically expressive at this, and like it's just like she's a cute little kid, and then but Rebby's like voiceover is great, and she's like all this crazy shit in the house. It's just it's hilarious, absolutely
That's
hilarious.
Funny.
So yeah,
it's very creative, clever.
Very creative though. She's
like
family friendly.
Sounds like something that would be on that Tic Tac thing.
The TikTok.
It is.
I see your TikToks all the time on my timeline, and they're great and all, but I'm still holding grudges from the "fuck that owl" t-shirts and all that. I'm holding grudges on Rebby for that. Going back to 2016, I got.
You're banging for the gang, Kyle.
Hey,
You're still hanging out.
That hurt, man. That hurt.
Fuck that owl.
Well, that's where the
fuck that owl.
That's where the Matt Hardy thing came from, because he was somehow referencing. I think when he did his little bit in Impact where he showed up with Private Party, and he was saying how the last time they had good ratings was because of me. And I said, I gave him some facts and told him you weren't the highest rated episode. It was this, and he's like, "Oh, Sweet Pea."
They called you Sweet Pea too.
Yeah, he called me Sweet Pea too.
Interesting.
That's his go-to.
That's his go-to.
You know what's still one of my favorite episodes of Impact?
17.
One of the highest.
17 children.
All right.
Well, they can afford to have many children, so kudos to them.
Yeah. Do you guys remember the Impact Zone like brawl, like the one the police got called, and it was like this giant brawl where it went on for like 40 minutes?
That sounds like a regular episode, and like,
dude, no, it's the brawl. It's called the Impact Zone like brawl, and it was like there were fights going on everywhere.
Well, they had. You're talking about open fight night when it was like meet me in the parking lot, and they did that.
No, dude, it was just like there were brawls.
There's like fans or something.
No,
like,
it was they kicked.
Took me right out of it.
Yeah, they kicked every feud off, like out of nowhere. The riot. That's it. It's the TNA riot. That's what it's called. The riot, and it literally was a fucking riot where like cops were showing up, and it just would not end for like 40 minutes, and it was just brawls and riots, and it's one of the best segments ever. It's on YouTube. I think you can watch on YouTube.
I'll have to look into that.
Look up
August
TNA
2009.
It was 09. It just got put on the app. That's why I brought it up, because they just clipped it. I was like, holy shit, it's on the app now.
2009 was the year I got to drinking and smoking pot in 9th grade, so I didn't watch wrestling for the entire year. So I did not watch in 09. I took 09 off.
A little blurry.
That's when Kyle started buying High Times magazine.
God, high school, man. Getting high in high school. I didn't watch wrestling. Chasing chicks around,
I did.
And you're gonna say that he was actually, reading something? No.
What? Huh?
He said he was buying High Times magazine. It's like, Kyle, read? No.
No, you used it.
Really got pictures.
There's a picture of me in actually 2010, very close to 2010.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
I'm kind of jealous of your ability to hold two 40s, two old English 40s. I always had to double hand just one of them to even get a sip.
We used to play Edward 40 hands. To go in the woods and play Edward 40 hands. That was the game.
But did you duct tape them to your hands? Because that's how we played it around here. You duct tape the beer cans to your hands, and it was PBRs, not PBR Doughboys.
Well, we had Old English tall boys as well as the 40 ounce. But
that's a man's drink.
15 and drank 40s in the woods. I
was 15 once.
Yeah, it was good times.
Edward 40 hands.
2 hands. Edward 2 hands for me. I got small.
Then when you were done drinking the tall boy, you'd crush it and put the tin foil, and you know what I'm talking about. You remember? We're there.
Demonetized.
And I don't promote underage drinking and pot smoking. I'm just telling you about scumbag.
What it's like to be an underage pot smoker.
Now wait a second, Kyle. You just reminded me. you have not been on since Moose has taken on the scumbag gimmick.
Yeah.
No, I heard about this. You know, he took my whole shtick, man. He took my podcasting gimmick and put it into the wrestling world. He took my podcasting gimmick and made it a wrestling
he heard it
gimmick.
here. He had to. The way he puts it out there.
He's listened to our show. That's a fact. He told you that.
He told me he listens, but the way he really
He's been in the chat.
I'm like, I'm a scumbag. It's like, dude, that's fucking that's Kyle's shtick. It's gone.
Fucking took my bit, man.
Took the whole thing. God damn you, Moose.
Totally did.
It's obvious that I would beat the shit out of Moose if we came one-on-one, you know? I mean, look at these guns.
Look at this gun show.
Look at these toothpicks. Look at these toothpicks.
Remember, like, all
these lawn darts.
Is there a sponsor we could get to help that?
All the 80, I'm on it. All the 80s wrestling promo photos. All the 80s wrestling would always have a photo where they're like pointing their fucking biceps, like, yeah, look at that.
That comment before.
What was it?
I was like, white people drink 40s.
Yeah.
Not well.
Damn. Damn.
It was a regular suburban wankster.
Yeah, it is.
Put me in the hood. I would have got my ass beat any second.
Do you guys want to get some 40 ounces?
You want to get some 40 ounces of drink?
Do you dudes want to do some
What we would do is
drinking?
a bunch of us would walk up to 7-Eleven during school hours, stand there, and find some real-life scumbag. You would ask 20 people, and somebody would be dirty enough, usually when we had a girl with us, because that's how evil this world is. Some sick fuck would be like, yeah, I'll buy a bunch of kids alcohol.
You guys swing?
Some Johnny Swinger would do that.
That's what it was. It was fucking Swinger.
And then we had a dirty gas station that we could go to. The guy, he didn't give a fuck. He just wanted to make money, sell us all the beer we wanted. It was like, put it in your pocket, man. That's what he used to say. Put it in your friend. Put it in your pocket, man. Put it in your pocket.
Put it in your pocket.
That's story today. That's a very dirty childhood.
Back then, the pockets and jeans were freaking huge. So,
Oh, dude.
Oh, the Jinkos. Put a couple of 40s in those bad boys.
Yeah, before my time.
Kyle, you still got a pair of Jinkos in the closet somewhere?
I do.
Dude, they're coming back.
Oh yeah, okay.
I didn't have Jinkos. That's before my time. I'm a little younger than you, but I did have the Hot Topic like
the zipper
pants,
ones,
the big black ones with all the chains and stuff on them.
Oh, with all the bells and whistles.
You could fit 40s in there. You could fit 40s in those pants.
That sounds like me and my Bugle Boys back in high school. Anyways, how about this main event?
Oh, yes, for the review.
We're still here.
I've been here a while.
Well, real quick, we gotta mention how Mickey and Taylor had an exchange, and then Taylor kind of turned a little heelish right there. And then,
right? I have notes. I said Mickey. I wrote Mickey finds out that Witchy Wild gave her a hand because she wants to be the one that snuffs out the essence of Mickey's fighting spirit.
Man, very specific.
It's like she's got this whole witch thing going on in her real life, and I'm like, let's gimmick that. Let's bank on that. And so I have to get very flowery with my writing words when it comes to Taylor Wilde now. You get spells and poetry.
Oh, so she's doing like a witch thing, huh? Interesting. I didn't know that.
She looked extra witchy tonight.
Yeah, she did. There's an indie wrestler named Kaya McKenna who does a full-on witch thing. But if Taylor's teasing that, then yeah, she's got.
Well, she's got I think one of her podcasts or something. Don't quote me because clearly I don't know what I'm talking about. It's like talked about witchy stuff and crystals and moon cycles and all that stuff. So
no shit.
Yeah, she's pretty active on it on Twitter with it. So I just reblogged one of her.
Dude, the witches gave me COVID. Witches gave me COVID. You want to hear a story? This happened to me about a month.
Who'd you piss off?
So listen.
You got your name in a piss jar, didn't you?
We, my friends own a brewery. I've talked about it here on the show. I'm very much involved. I'm very much involved with the place.
Was this the Halloween costume?
So they had a Halloween party on Friday, and then Saturday I heard, we're having another party. Come by. So I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm going to a friend's party, but I'll pop by the brewery. So I go to the brewery, and first off, when I walk in, there's some sort of ritual going on outside. I have no idea. I'm like, what's going on here? And here's some context for you. My Halloween costume, I dressed up like a priest. I had the full getup.
It was great.
Right here. I had a big cross. I was Father Kyle. I dressed up as Father Kyle.
It was awesome.
My girlfriend, she was my nun, and it wasn't like evil priest or anything like that. It was a real priest getup. And what I didn't know is this wasn't a Halloween party. A local witch organization rented out the brewery for the
coven.
And I don't know what that is. A coven, and
it's a witch gang.
They had a Samhain ball, and apparently they don't like the priest gimmick. And I'm getting like funny looks all night. I don't know what the hell. I just showed up for the party, man, and they're like people like cracking jokes to me. Like I don't know what it is with witches, and I kept joking to my girlfriend and my cousin, like, somebody's going to put a spell on me or something. I'm feeling the vibe is off, you know? And I woke up with COVID 2 days later. I woke up with COVID.
What?
The witches were bitches.
Coven of COVID.
In other news, though, I've had COVID about 3 or 4 times. I'm a cat. I got 9 lives. 3 of them, COVID's taken out 3 of them.
You're patient 0, Kyle.
I might not be so... I was the first person to get COVID.
The first guy I knew to get COVID was Kyle.
Yeah, the news came out, and I had it the next day.
You can go back in the history.
Go back in the archives.
See the TNI's episode with you in the gas mask.
Yeah, I had the gas mask on.
They got me. He called me dying. He's like, Trent, they finally got me. They finally got me.
I feel like that's how it was.
This is how it goes. This is how the scumbag ends.
All right. Let's try to get through the review here. Live to watch in the chat.
Oh wait,
back to the main event.
Before we do the main event, we gotta. Laredo Kid's out of action now. Before that, Taylor Wilde, it was Rich Swann versus Laredo in the last match we're going to see from Laredo for a while.
He got hurt for
his surgery.
On
the show for a while, so.
Was it during that
Nobody lost watching this match.
Yeah, Rich Swann took this one, but very nice match. But obviously, still get well soon, Laredo.
Yeah.
You know, there's this guy who keeps messaging the AAW account like, "Can you book Laredo Kid versus Allison K, please, please?" Allison
that
K
is so random.
So random, and like he'll do it every week. He's like, "Guys, can you book Laredo and Allison, please? I beg you, I'll pay for half of it." I'm like, that match.
He really needs to jerk off to
I was like, yeah, doesn't even make any sense. Like
that's what I'm saying, though. When it doesn't make sense, there's got to be a sexual element to it.
It's like, guys, if I told you I really want to see Allison, please.
That shirt is so disgusting.
So bad. Look at that shirt.
I'm so offended. Like, and he's smiling so big wearing it.
Like, look at me. That's why.
Look at my.
That's why AJ Styles has
Cuban shirt.
Let's do that. Do that again. that impression. Do that impression.
That's why AJ Styles has 5 kids.
Okay, community.
Oh man.
Oh, my face hurts.
AJ Styles. You remember, like, there was a period where AJ tried to like downplay his accent for like later on. He started like trying to like I think now you can barely tell he has that accent, but early AJ, like it was so thick, dude. It was thick. It's like, goddamn, Kazarian. When we go after that X Division title, you know, Jeff Jarrett can't do snap about that. Like, he was just very, very Georgia at the beginning. Now he's Hollywood, man. All right, main event. Sami Callihan, Eric Young. First time they ever met, which is crazy to think, which I can't believe they haven't. Double Jeopardy match, okay, Bill, break this down. They both once you're bloody,
then you can get a pin or submission.
Then you get a pin or submission. Okay,
so not a first blood, not a last blood. Combine the two.
Eligible blood. Like,
no pins until nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah,
exactly.
So,
but yeah, that happened to start the match before the match even started.
VBD attacks Sami on the ramp. He's already bloody, but Eric Young must have hit a fucking artery because
he was like a geyser.
It was a stringy fucking like thickness of blood. It was
see it dropping
unbelievable
in 4K.
And yeah, they shot in 4K. First time I ever saw them in 4K. Have they been doing this? Because I watch it on the Plus, and it's not in 4K on Plus.
You got to talk to Big Kev about that one,
dude. It was totally in 4K today.
Yeah,
I was like,
I could see every.
Holy shit! Like I saw that
every drop.
Oh my god, dude, it was bad. The mat looked like a massacre.
It took me back to very rarely do I reference WWE, but do you remember that match back in the day? It was like JVL versus Eddie Guerrero, and after the chair shot, I guess Eddie bladed himself too hard, and the entire fucking arena gets covered in blood. It reminded
me
of
a Gallagher show.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Like a Gallagher show.
Dude,
the watermelon.
Yeah, the watermelon guy. Watermelon guy.
Fucking watermelons. Goddamn. Like a good tie-in to the late Gallagher.
But like, how
what I'm here for?
I'm surprised they could even put that on TV tonight. I mean, that is a lot of blood.
There were rumblings. There may have been a YouTube warning or something on
the chat's already saying.
You'd have to put trigger warning, or I guess they're called trigger warnings. On something like that, because it is surprisingly violent for a main event.
Yeah,
a televised event. Normally they save the blood and guts for pay-per-views. So I mean, I'm here for it.
We know you go to XPW shows. We know.
Anna with the
not just XPW.
Anna with the Fred Yehi and Mance reference for AEW. That was nuts. That was a bad one too. Where Fred Yehi was holding Mance down, making him drip into a pool of his blood, and then he took Mance's own hand and wrote the word "die" in his own blood. It was the most sadistic shit I've ever seen.
That was amazing.
Fucking insane. Fucking nuts.
You know what the craziest what was that one with Jimmy Jacobs, right? When he had that group.
And who did they hang upside down? Yeah, he had one of the Briscoe brothers hanging over.
Yeah, hanging upside down. He was dripping blood all over him. Oh, dude, that was some shit.
I was there live. It happened in Chicago. It was the debut.
There for that?
I was there for that. I have it was in Chicago. It was the debut of the Age of the Fall, and Mark Briscoe was elevated upside down. Jimmy Jacobs in a white suit stood underneath him, and Mark Briscoe rained blood on him while he cut a promo. It was the most unfucking real thing I've seen at a wrestling show. It was ridiculous.
That's money.
It was
so good.
It was so graphic. It could not be on the main DVD. It's a bonus. It has to be like a bonus feature because it was so
back in the day. Yeah,
dude, it was nuts. But I was there live in Chicago. That's when they did a whole story like called Project 151, where they had these guys in masks just like running into the arena and like causing chaos and leaving. So all of a sudden, at the end of the match, these guys all swarm in. They start causing chaos, hitting the things like the big metal plates, and then all this shit happens. Man, it was fucking insane.
Chaos.
Yeah.
But Eric Young, though, I have not seen that much blood in a wrestling match in quite some time. He brought it back for us bloodthirsty savages. That's what I tune in for.
Supposedly,
raised on the blood.
I'm seeing what Impact put out there, and the match was too graphic. You have to go on Impact Plus to see the whole thing.
Really? So what we saw on TV wasn't the whole thing?
Sounds like there's more.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Well, it'll be on Plus tomorrow. I don't think it's on yet. I think it goes on like first thing in the morning or like after midnight tonight. So yeah.
Good angle right there. Get the money.
Get the money.
These two took each other to the outer fucking limits.
Fucking
loved it. I mean, you can't go wrong if you got Eric Young and Sami Callihan in a match. I think you're in good condition there. So
hell yeah,
definitely cannot go wrong with that, dude. But no, that's it. That's the show, guys. That is Impact and Access TV leading into Overdrive. We'll just run that card down real quick before we go. Just don't have to go around too much on the horn on it. Just we can just mention the matches and
Bill's in his hotel room already.
He's in the hotel. He's ready.
Bill,
Now, Bill, what's the plan?
Bill's nipples are very hard.
Are you off tomorrow? Are you gonna work? You just gonna go bop around Louisville tomorrow?
No. Tomorrow I'll work. I'll be working tomorrow till like 4:45. Then I'll probably grab a quick bite, then head over to the venue and get ready because today I took off, did my long drive into Louisville, and then I got to OVW and then here.
Nice. There you go. That's the Overdrive tomorrow. Jay, you want to just mention the matches real quick?
Yeah. The two that were added tonight for the countdown to Overdrive. This looks like this is going to be a lot of fun. So this is Motor City Machine Guns, and this is World Tag Team Title #1 Contenders match. So Motor City Machine Guns versus the Bullet Club. That's Bay and Ace Austin. Then we got. Oh shoot! I almost forgot. Sorry. There's a 6-way. Hang on, shit! I lost it. 6-way X Division match. This isn't for anything. This is just to get the crowd fired up. You got Bhupinder Gujar, Kenny King, Yuya Uemura, Jason Hotch, Mike Bailey, and Rich Swann. Can't wait for that. Okay, main card now. We got the Death Dolls, which is Taya, Valkyrie, and hopefully Jessica makes it. We don't know. She's a little tank tonight.
She might be sick. She might be under the weather.
Yeah, Jessica, right. Tasha, Steelz, and Savannah Evans. I just wanted to point that out. Going for the Knockouts World Tag Team Championship. And for the men's, we got Heath and Rhino defending their titles against the major players. It's Matt Cardano.
Boys.
Cardoner. Some look
Cardoner.
And Brian
Mid-Cardoner. Isn't that what Moose called him?
Yes.
Nothing but a mid-Cardoner.
Nothing but a
But the truth is, you're nothing but a mid-Cardoner.
The words right out of my mouth.
I love it.
We got Mickie James versus Taylor Wilde. I cannot wait for this one. I love this. This is, two classic knockouts. It's going to be great.
Nice.
You've got the finals for the X Division tournament. We are crowning a new X Division champion tomorrow. Black Taurus versus Trey Miguel. I don't know who the hell to pick on that one, but I'm going to love it. Okay. Tables match. Bully Ray versus Moose. That's going to be nuts. We got last knockout standing for the Knockouts World title. Jordan Grace defending against Masha Slamovich.
Oy.
This is going to be nuts too. We got Josh Alexander defending his title against Frankie Kazarian. Good old cat.
Future.
Serotonin.
Great to see Tracy Brooks on TV again.
I was saying that too, man.
Original knockout.
OG, man.
The whole card is great.
The stack show.
It's gonna be a great show. I'm sad I'm gonna miss it tomorrow.
Why aren't you participating tomorrow, Alicia?
Because I have company coming over, and while it's gonna be airing, so we'll watch. I just won't be able to do the show.
Okay.
So married people.
You want to have wine with the girls, Kyle?
I live for that. I live for wine.
Some wine and cheese. Okay.
Have some charcuterie boards.
We got the charcuterie boards all ready to go.
Charcuterie. I love charcuterie.
It's called a veggie tray.
Yeah,
charcuterie boards and the wine are flowing.
It's sparkle wine too, so you'll be very happy.
Whoa.
Classy. Sounds classy.
I'm more of a Four Loko girl myself, but
it's a pink Catawba.
This is some classy.
So it's like a super sweet wine.
Good stuff.
This is what elegance. This is what elegance is, man.
It's that feminine touch.
Jay Bone's like, I'm having a fucking old Milwaukee. That's about it. Eating the Salisbury steak that I microwaved.
Got a 6-pack of Heine in the fridge.
Oh God, Heineken is shit beer.
Courtney in the chat says match of the night: Taylor Wilde versus Mickey James. You guys agree?
You know what? I'm gonna second that. That's my hoping. I just want to see Taylor Wilde do some witchy shit.
I'm just glad she's around, man. It's cool to see an OG back after like a long break, you know?
Yeah. We're going to see two OGs go at it. That's what I'm here for.
I can't believe they never faced each other. That was the interesting part to me, where she's like, we've never faced each other.
Their timing was like off, right?
Totally.
They were never in the company at the same time.
Nope. And then Taylor went away for like 10 years or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So.
But what's crazy is, and I was just watching this, she's still in her 30s. She's not that old.
Yeah, dude, she was like
she was like 19 when she first. Yeah.
She's only like 30 years younger than J-Bone.
Right.
Like 30 years younger.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Cal, you pissed off Oreo now.
The cat's like, hey, you should insult my father.
How dare you insult my father?
My name is Indigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Prepare to die. If that fucking cat started talking and saying that, I would just shut everything down right now and get the fuck out of here.
I have a full on conversation with at least one of my cats every single day. Earlier today, it was Callie. It was hilarious. She came in the kitchen. She was bitching at me, and it was all about getting treats. It was like, that's it. You just want treats. And she said, yup. I said, okay. So I gave her some treats, and she shut the hell up.
Oh, there you go, Jay.
My cats associate me coming home every day, doesn't matter when, to food time. So
there you go.
Feed me.
You starve us, you bitch. Even though they got like an endless bowl, like tower of fucking food that self-dispenses. Assholes. Cats are pricks.
J-Bone, you can luckily let your cat outside again because the McRib is being retired, so you don't have to worry about the cat disappearing.
Oh, thank God. It's the little things in life, right, fellas?
McDonald's.
You know what was so grim? One of their ads, I saw an ad of the McRib. It said, eat it like it's your last meal ever. I'm like, that's fucking grim as hell for like them to be putting out there.
Dude,
like,
you know what? They microwave that shit too. That's
gross.
Tragic.
So we're new around here, you know, and so we're checking out this place and that place, and it's like, oh, okay, well, we'll go check out the McDonald's. Okay, so we go to McDonald's.
That's fine.
And I didn't know excuse me, I didn't know they were having the McRib farewell tour. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, they're getting rid of my McRib? These mother... I know.
Yeah, exactly, Kat.
Yeah, see, she gets it. So, yeah.
Somebody else.
Yeah. And so, I get it.
Yeah.
And I open it up. And my wife reminds me to order it with extra pickles. I always forget. And I'm like, oh, yeah, no, extra pickles. I open it up. I'm so excited. This may be the last freaking McRib I ever eat for my entire life. It's got no goddamn sauce on it. I'm like, man, what a sad ending.
It was a dry McRib.
Oh, killed me. Just killed me. Just, oh.
Your wife has to remind you that you like extra pickles on things? What?
Gramps.
and by the way, the McPickle is just as strange as the McRib. It's got the strangest, flimsiest, rubbery texture. It's nothing like an actual pickle.
Is it like a deep fried pickle? What?
No,
McDonald's has deep fried pickle. Wait.
No.
McPickles.
McPickles. McPickles.
I ordered extra McPickles on my McBurgers.
McPickles.
Oh. J-Bone lives in Wisconsin, which is the home of Jeffrey Dahmer, so I think
that makes sense.
McPickle is code word for one of J-Bone's neighbors.
Shit, man. J-Bone, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's
went to
never
high
been
school with
popular.
Dahmer, actually.
You did?
Hang out
what?
With him. You never heard that? J-Bone went to high
J-Bone's
school.
got stories, man. J-Bone's got stories.
When the Dahmer shit was going on the Netflix, we could have really raised the engagement on this fucking podcast.
Lost opportunity, J-Bone. Think cash.
The closest thing that I have to being tied to him is one of my best friends in high school. Her uncle is one of his victims. So I used to see my best friend's parents on TV all the time when they would do like after everything went down and the victims, the victims' relatives would be on TV.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple on TV, or the people related to the one victim, and you always saw the one guy with the big guy, the trench coat, the big black cowboy hat. That was my best friend's father.
Wow.
His brother. Yeah.
It's just got really
sad.
dark.
Well, we ended on that note. That's
you brought up serial killers.
Shit. And that just got
it's going to be a dark subject.
That got Alicia all woken up again. She's like, I'm up.
I'm up. True crime. Let's talk about it. Death, murder, destruction. Hey.
Mark just pops in then. Somebody say crime?
And McPickles.
And McPickles. Crime and McPickles. There you go. That's the podcast.
And a little bit of wrestling.
McRibs and cannibalism.
Some wrestling. Well, Impact is the only wrestling show where there are canon deaths.
There are canon deaths.
So you know what? The next one, somebody should get eaten. So
well, speaking of cannibalism and getting eaten, Kyle, perfect segue. Thanks again to our guest tonight, Savannah Evans.
Beat me to it, yes.
Thank you,
the cannibal Savannah Evans. Yes, not Samantha.
Samantha.
So if you stayed through this whole show, it went full circle.
I was thinking. I was going to say my name is Samantha.
No, I know, but you explained it.
It's just I knew I was gonna fuck it up. I knew it.
That's how it goes, though. It's like in Friends when Ross said, "I do, Rachel," when he was marrying another woman.
Damn.
Right at the altar, just completely fucked his whole life up.
So were they on a break?
They were always on a break.
They were always on a break. That's the
they were on a break.
Everybody posed.
It was a break.
It was a break.
We were on a break. Okay. What's in the box?
What's in the box? I told
this
Stephen,
makes me so. My palms are sweating. I'm so enraged right now.
The part that enraged me most about that movie is the part where he walks into the police station, Brad Pitt blows him off, and he walks away, and fucking Kevin Spacey just goes, "Detective!" And I'm like, fuck you, man. Who the fuck talks like that? I hated him so much for that one line.
I'm sorry, Trent. Zach Bonifer in the chat writes, Rohit comes back to Impact as the mocha skin cannibal.
Just eating fucking people. God damn it, man. What are we doing?
That's
protein bars.
Protein bars. But also, all right. Thank you again to Savannah Evans for joining us today at the top of the show. Good luck to her tomorrow, and her and Tasha going for the Knockouts tag belt at Overdrive. Don't forget, Overdrive is tomorrow night on Impact Plus and Ultimate Insiders. Well, let's get out of here. Thank you all for hanging tonight. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's what have you condensed the plugs, J-Bone? What do you do for the end of the show plug? I'll let you end it.
I wasn't on for several weeks, so I just don't even do them anymore. Hey, thanks for watching this.
Skip the plugs. We have the most important plug right here. I'm here to tell you people about Manscaped. See, when you're a card-carrying member of the Peanut Club, presentation is everything. In my opinion, with a clean shave, you can turn that cocktail frank into bun length. That's right, folks. Kiss your Vienna sausage goodbye and upgrade your grooming habits with Manscaped. And guess what, folks? We got a special deal for the TNI fam. Get 20% off and free shipping when you use our promo code TNI at manscaped.com. That's right, folks. 20% off and free shipping when you use our promo code TNI at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
Couldn't say
Shakespeare.
Good night,
Shakespeare.
Good night.
Huge PWT sale. 20% off for 10 freaking days. Go buy a tee.
We have a shit ton of shirts
bigger with
on there.
Manscaped?
Yes. Here's what you do. You buy a TNI shirt, 20% off at PWTs, and you wear only the shirt with nothing on the bottom because you've been Manscaped. So you're clean. So yes, you get your Manscaped for 20% off.
New shirt, no panties. There you go, guys.
Go raw. And there's Svengoolie. That's awesome. All right.
Oh, man.
Svengoolie up here on the show. From Berwyn, Illinois. Svengoolie is there. All right. Let's get guys. Follow us. We Talk Impact on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. YouTube, Twitch at Total Nonstop Impact. Just look it up. We're on all audio platforms: Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Spotify, Pandora, all that stuff. Pandora. We're on all of it. So check us out, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and cheer bits, super stickers, whatever you want. But thank you all for hanging out. Happy Friday Eve. Well, it should be Friday now to some people. So enjoy your weekend, everybody. Have a great time. Be safe. Enjoy Overdrive tomorrow. We're going to get the hell out of here. Anything else, guys?
Bill, stay out of the fucking wrestler's business. Don't you dare hop that guardrail again, or you're going to pay for it.
God damn it. God
know
damn
your
it,
side of the
guardrail.
guardrail.
Stay on your side of the rail, man. Stay on your side of the rail.
Hey, I want to
be a fan.
Be a fan.
Yeah, be a. What happened to being a fan? Jeez.
Be a fan.
We want to thank Cambodia for putting us in the.
There's a lot of cannibals in Cambodia. I think we're talking to the right crowd.
Young cannibals over there in Cambodia. Yes. They drive you crazy.
We love Cambodia.
Yeah.
Number one in Cambodia. Number
in
one in your heart. Let's get out of here.
Thank you, Cambodia, for charting us tonight. We're out of here, everybody. Have a good weekend. Enjoy Overdrive. We'll see you next week. Later.
Cannibalism rules.